Hey guys, welcome back to our Kingmaker episode 10, actually, here. Did a little bit of kingdom stuff before the session today. You're gonna start from here on YouTube, but we'll slap that stuff on the end of this YouTube video here. But we're on Twitch right now, so now I created a time paradox. But anyway, who wants to do the recap this week? If you actually hear
I'm actually prepared this time.
Go for it.
All right. So, last time, which was 2 weeks ago, we had just finished clearing up the Staglord's fort. Kiba had knocked out one of the bandits who had been trying to sleep. Thankfully, that turned out to be Falgrim Sneed, who was the guy that Keston Gares, who is like a mercenary captain in Oleg's fort, or trading post, had been looking for. So we sent him off with Amiri with very, very firm instructions not to do anything to this guy until we get back so we can discuss things rationally. Fingers crossed so hard. But he told us about a tomb with an undead guardian guarding a magical flaming weapon. This excited all of us, I think. We continued exploring the rest of Tuskwater, which is the area around the big lake. And it was pretty peaceful for the most part initially, and then we found a half circle of stones that were like kind of surrounding a home built into a tree by a waterfall. Gorgeous. Kiba's going back to there to paint later. And there was this guy there, this really old hermit-looking dude who pretty much immediately turned hostile the moment we talked about the fact that we were kind of settling in the area, because apparently all settlers in the area are bad and against the forest and need to be driven out and killed. So we had to take him out, and it felt really bad.
Who's we?
Us. We felt bad. We did. So, moving forward, there was a hut in the marshy area west, kind of southwest along the bank of the Tuskwater, and there was a witch there, an elderly green-skinned witch. I think her name was Old Bella Dame or something like that. What do you mean we? So she's friendly enough, as long as we don't hurt her or take her lands away or whatever. She might be willing to give us scrying aid for compensation. And particularly right now, she's hoping for some black rattlecaps, a kind of mushroom to the south. We'll probably have to do that later, though. Onward to the east, we met an evil warg and its wolf pack, who's like, I won't kill you if you allow us to kill other travelers. And we're like, die, and we killed him. It was great. We finally found our tomb with like special mosaics on the walls depicting an older civilization that did not have any Taldan influence whatsoever. We figured it's 4,000 years old or more. We fought some bats, went further in, found a set of traps with these 4 animal heads in the walls that were like evil animals or something, and pressure plates in the floor. We figured out that they would suck our life force if we triggered the traps, so Yarm disabled it because none of us really felt like dying that day. Maybe later. However, we're about to find ourselves under assault by a bunch of undead from the north and the south, so we're probably going to be falling back a little bit to make a choke point.
Perhaps so. But as you guys had dealt with that trap, those skeletons rose from their little biers, these raised sort of funeral tables there, and clattering with their old axes, all rusted away, but still probably a threat to you, certainly. I'm gonna need you guys to roll initiative as I select everyone here.
What if we try to diplomatize them?
Careful, fellas.
We don't have any milk to bargain with.
Oh, okay. You're right.
Careful, fellas. Don't get hit or you might get tetanus.
I was looking through the D&D 5e official rules the other day, and I found out that there's an official condition in the PHB, I think, called super tetanus.
Ooh, I want that.
No,
It's no
you
longer
don't.
dealing with normal tetanus. This is advanced tetanus.
It's quite literally called super tetanus.
Tetanus at night.
Jesus. So, with that being said, Parent, you are very quick on your feet there, ready to strike back at these scary skeleton creatures in the darkness. So, what do you do?
Oh man. Well, they have this nice little choke point that they have to go through, so I think you know exactly what Parent is going to be doing here.
Ah,
He's going to be casting Grease in these 4 squares.
all 4 of them just spattered with grease as you unleash the spell. Sort of like rises out of the stones before you. Might give him a hard time there. What else do you do?
Well, he's going to call out, use this as your advantage. We can do this. And he's going to move back towards the stairs where they came in.
Okay.
And the game is paused.
Yeah, if it's ever paused for longer than like 5 seconds, it's a desync. I don't know why it's desyncing a lot recently, but it has been. But let me know if it is paused. That
Okay.
being said,
That's all for him.
yeah, we go to now, well, one of those skeletal champions that were trying to go for you. They're gonna have to deal with this. They're gonna make 2 reflex saves, but they might not even make the first. Well, they rolled a natural 20 on the first. Second,
Right.
natural 1. Okay,
Amazing.
That's how we're gonna go.
Okay, I'm
Beautiful.
loving that.
As they just like clamber
Beautiful.
across, somehow they just hit the perfect stones to avoid it, but the second is just a complete patch of this grease that they slip up, their bones start clattering to the floor there. Yeah, I think they're just prone. Second action, they will have to then stand, and because of that, they're just going to advance and do nothing else because you prevented their actions there. Giraffe, we go to you.
Alrighty.
Xylophone noises.
I don't know why I keep holding the torch, but I am.
It'd be dark otherwise.
Drop it in the middle of the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it.
Now, you know what? Them having stood would require another reflex save, actually, because they're moving on to it. From their
Oh,
footing. Okay,
yes.
so
Amazing.
Oh,
they would try one more time to stand up. They're going to stay on the ground as they flounder there, trying to get out of it. So, Giraffe, you were...
Well, that changes my turn.
Hmm? Sorry.
I'm going to use a free action to drop the torch where I'm standing. My
Goes to ground.
my first actual action to grab my dagger. So now I'm using my Montbelay and Mangosh. Then I'm gonna stride and parry for my last 2 actions.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm getting into a defensive spot up there, holding them back, perhaps, for your allies there. Gaz, we go to you.
That's the wrong button.
Gaz?
We'll start out the usual way with an overdrive.
Alrighty. Pulling the gears of your great machinery before you. It does succeed this time.
That's
Cold, dusty air does wonders for your machinery, it seems.
He's then going to step on over and pummel the fella who's floundering on the ground.
Okay. Trying to, at the very least. They're able to sort of like hold their shoulder up to defend against the blow, but I think you have one. No, you have Strode. You did your thing. Yeah.
Overdrive, yeah, that's all 3.
All right. So then we're gonna go to these other guys who are gonna try to get across this crease here. We'll start with the first one. Let me see that spell again so I can click the button easily. There we go. So, reflex save. Tries and fails to go across it. Goes to the ground. We'll try. Seeing the other guy have issues, they're instead going to stay prone and crawl 5 feet as a second action. And crawl 5 feet as a third action. As they just clamber forward, the skeleton's just like up at you, trying to get in there. But being very slow about it, the other guy's going to follow suit, trying at the very least here. This one, reflex save. He does succeed there, but he moves into this spot as well, a part of it. And does succeed there. So he continues his stride and gets up here with just one action. Seeing his allies fail, he will succeed where they, well, didn't. Strikes out with the longsword against Gaz, will definitely hit almost a crit there, for a total of 12 damage, Gaz. Clips redemption. These skeletons
Enfeeble.
may... Yeah, they'll definitely just let that go. Get enfeebled, and 2 plus your level. Well, your level is level 3 currently, so 5 off of the 12 is 7 damage, Gaz. Then they will raise their shield as a third action. Kiba, we go to you.
Fall back, everybody. Let them come to us. Don't go to them, or we'll get surrounded. Kiba will... Kiba's gonna... I'm gonna move, strike, and move.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, start with this one.
Up there alongside the arm there, slashing out.
Strike out with my disrupting glaive.
Very true, having that blade ally within your weapon. But
I hero point.
probably want to, yeah. Much better roll there.
That looks way cooler than flopping.
So, you almost sort of like get tripped up on one of the loose stones that were raised to avoid this trap, but now you step over it, you slice it towards them, and hit.
With the grace of a dancer. Oh.
12 damage is 12 damage, but as you try to slash into the skeletal armored creature before you, it doesn't seem as effective as you want out of it. But positive energy still hurts a lot. Anything else?
I fall back to the stairs where I can guard anybody who gets behind me.
Alright, now we go to this skeleton up here. They're going to rush straight for Gaz. And as they clamber forward, arm outstretched with a Dane sort of axe in hand. The Dane axe is actually two-handed, but anyway. They go for a strike and miss, then they will go for another strike here. With another 2 on the dice. So, easily, very easily defended with that parrying dagger there. Yarm, we get to you.
Right. Jeremy has his standard combo of skunk bomb and Drakeheart Mutagen out. He's gonna use one action to feed the Drakeheart Mutagen already in his hand to Gaz.
Mm-hmm.
Slurp.
Yarm is then going to try and recall knowledge about these things, fellas.
Roll a religion.
And it's like religion. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Religion is always for undead and planar things like demons and angels. You think for a moment as Gaz's scales harden, thinking maybe you can figure something out with these guys. You just barely remember something. These are your general skeletal champions, defenders of crypts. What do you want to know about them?
Any special abilities?
Their most special ability is that they have attacks of opportunity.
Oh,
Thank you, honestly, for finding it out.
watch out, everybody. Step away at the wrong time and they'll catch you unawares. And with that, Yarm is going to take Kiva's suggestion and retreat into the back.
Okay. So retreat away. Past Kiba. We're gonna go now to that last skeleton up in the top here. Slow to get off of its standing there, but not slow to catch up and around the side of the giraffe here. Trying to get them into a flank with their buddy here. Not with poor rolls, they're not gonna do much though. Goes for a final strike with the longsword. Almost got that 19. Went to the 9. Again.
Not gonna help him.
Misses as you see this one coming. You sort of like prepare yourself from both sides there, both weapons bared against them. Parenth, we go back to you.
Parenth is going to reach out with his claws towards Giraffe and Gaz. He's going to cast Loose Time 0 to allow them to get into a better position
Okay.
He's gonna move further back.
This can go to everyone, actually, too.
Yep, it's hitting everybody. He's just directing it like towards them.
Alrighty.
Weed.
Nice, thank you.
Get back here. That's the wrong voice. Get back here as soon as you can. And he's
Get
gonna
over here.
stride back again.
Okay. So, loose times arrows, quickening everyone's steps. We go to now this one who has been having some trouble here. I put them in a pretty bad spot because they cannot crawl into their allies' spaces because they can't end their movement in them. So, they're going to try to stand in this grease. Let me pull this spell up again. Click the button. And they roll 19. Okay, finally they can stand up. Getting some bearing up against the wall there. You see them sort of like stumbling against it, almost with some exasperation. They seem to have minds, these creatures, at the very least. But second action will be to stride around the side of Gaz, starting to surround him here. He's going to go for a strike. Third action. Ah, man, they can't roll well, though. All these rusty armor and bones that have not moved for thousands of years are giving them some trouble. Parent?
That's giraffe.
Oh,
Alright, yeah,
confused me so
giraffes,
much,
sorry.
giraffe.
I was
Okay,
thinking about
so
Parent because somebody asked a question in chat about that.
I want to ask about the action economy of stowing a weapon and then taking out another. It's just going to be better to drop it, isn't it?
It's always going to be better to drop a weapon because it's a free action versus one action. To pull, or to stow, rather.
Okay, so I'm going to step twice because
Okay.
that's going to get me out of their range. Then I'm going to drop my Mombele as a free action.
Hmm.
Pull up my shield. And then probably get into a better position.
Alright.
Okay,
Using-
now I'm gonna.
Anything else on that?
I have one more action. Oh, I guess I could have gone for a strike. I can always just raise my shield. Yeah,
Alright, shield going
that'll
up.
be my last action.
Do remove the effect of parry on yourself there. Guys, we get a
It's
you.
automatic.
Oh, it is, okay.
Could you please lock rotation on my token? I keep accidentally twisting it.
I'll see if I can, but
Did you use the free movement from Quicken?
Yeah, that's for my first step.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what allowed him to sort of get back, raise that shield, and also block with the shield. So, guys,
He was just kind of yells, "Please get over here."
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Gaz giggles mischievously as he reaches down towards the skeleton at the ground and starts tampering with the armor, loosening and like tightening leather straps to make it as inconvenient as possible.
okay.
See, it was a good idea to put that mutagen on you.
17. This is against their reflex, right?
Reflex.
Reflex of something a little bit higher than that. Surprisingly, these skeletons are fast. That's their best, in fact.
That's inconvenient. I'm going to then strike out against the skeleton on the ground.
Mm-hmm. So sort of bat away your attempts at getting at their clasps in their armor. Let's see if you can just punch them. You certainly can. That'll be a crit because they are flat-footed from being prone.
Yoink.
Covered in grease there, you find it very easy to just slam that fist, sort of hydraulic punch into them, and it scatters their bones wildly. Their armor just dented in, their head essentially pops away from them, the skull going lifeless.
Hey, look, I made them part of the mosaic on the ground. And he is then going to explosive leap away.
Okay. Let's look at the traits of explosive leap here.
I'm clicking the wrong one. Excuse me.
There we go.
There we go.
Move. It is a move action, so it will trigger attacks of opportunity.
Is in that case, I will first. I'm going to to step, so I only take one attack of opportunity. What's here?
Mm-hmm.
And then I will
Then.
use explosive leap.
Okay, they're going to lash out as you sort of fiddle with the the machinery on you to try and give you some lift there. They do swipe too late as you're flying away from them, leaving them in the dust.
That is all of my actions.
Okay, so now we go to the other skeleton that you just avoided the strike of. They're going to try to follow, going to here. And then we'll strike out at Kiba. Missing with that one.
No.
They're going to go for another. They do get a natural 20 on that Hail Mary strike. Kiba, you
I'm
do
sad
take
about that.
not the worst damage, especially with that enfeebled reducing it.
Yeah.
8 there.
I'm gonna objection that as well.
Can you do that for yourself? I believe the champion's reaction
Wait,
is only
no.
for allies.
Wait. Let me open my thing. This would be a very important thing to have fully clarified.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I'm certain because paladins or champions in general also use shield block a lot, and there would be no reason to use shields if they could also do their thing on themselves.
I mean, they can do both their thing and the shield on one reaction. So
Right, yeah, with advanced sort of abilities, but I'm absolutely certain it always specifies an ally for the champion's reaction. Yeah, Glimpse of Redemption. An enemy triggers your ally. You are not your own ally in the terms of PF2E's rules. So, 8 damage there. That'll be the end of their turn. As they get a lucky strike against you, Kiba, what do you do?
Well, I'm in a good position. I don't need to do a hit and run strike, so I can go all out here. All right, and striking.
Let's see. Field would go away. That'll be a hit. Roll the damage. Slashing forth, 11 more, though reduced by the resistance.
Follow up strike.
Missing there. So they bring their shield to bear.
Yeah, I'll let that stand. And let's see. Let's see. How does demoralize work? Does it? No, demoralize does not require language like Beaumont. So, why don't I try a demoralize on one of the enemies that's around Giraffe?
Which one?
Yep, top right one should work.
Let's see that intimidation.
Yeah, my intimidation is still bad, but it's better than nothing.
At the very least,
Nothing happens.
nothing happens there. Natural 1. You sort of like stumble with your words, trying to yell out something towards these undead as they still press forward. They're going to stride to here and go for a strike against Giraffe. Now, shield bared. Man, they keep rolling absolutely terribly.
I'm just lucky,
Except
I
for
guess.
natural 20s sometimes. And this will miss by 1 because that shield is raised. So, at that third action, actually, that's all 3 of their actions there. Yarm, good to you.
all right, is it a general in-game knowledge? Is it general in-universe knowledge whether or not folks of these nature are immune to poison?
It's general
Oh.
knowledge that undead are almost always immune to poison, yeah.
I had
Alright.
picked the wrong thing.
Yarm graces to himself a little bit. Also, by the way, I think Eva and Giraffe right both basically lost their poisons by this point, I think.
Yeah, the
For picking
poisons would
things,
have
yeah.
sort of dissipated because of these strikes here.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, though, Yarm is going to get his familiar to volley him a new weapon into his hand, a ghost charge. And he's going to try and... Let's see. Yeah, it's within range. He's going to try and target this fella here with one of these new bombs.
Mm-hmm. You sling it off. Unfortunately,
I'm
missing.
not a hero point.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, even if I say it misses, you can still use hero point I allow that because I'm too quick on telling you guys about your results.
Gotcha.
That'll definitely hit, though. Roll the damage now.
Thanks. And there's also an effect associated.
That there is. And the target that takes the damage and the target, so it is only this guy here. But yeah, it is positive energy that you sling off towards these. You were sort of prepared for a tomb already. 2 damage to that guy as well as it splashes towards them. And this one is enfeebled by the counteracting energies of positive light.
Right, Yarmer's gonna follow up with using the remaining Valley action to get another Ghost Charge into his hands.
Mhm.
And he's going to try and recall knowledge again to get more information, scrape more information on these guys.
Sure.
And that is another village check.
Searching your mind, thinking, trying for something here. What 2 things do you want to know? Or actually, what 1 thing do you want to know? Sorry, I got that incorrect. That's not a critical success.
Right. What's their lowest saving roll? So,
Their lowest save is their fortitude, surprisingly.
huh. These guys might look bulky, but they seem to be actually frail. Would have been nice if poisons worked on them. And that's it for Yarm's
I
turn.
mean, blood is produced in the bones, and if injury poisons affect blood, then surely skeletons must be vulnerable to poison.
If
Well,
they were
yeah,
living.
I don't think there's much production going on in these bones, all things considered.
Or hard to pump it around at all. It would just like sit in one bone.
Yeah.
Not really doing much there. But I think there are poisons and other things that do affect undead. They're like from the Knights of Lastwall book. Anyway, this one will take a let's see. Yeah, they do want to get around here, so they're going to risk a stride past Giraffe here.
Hey, I'm gonna make an opportunity attack because they're striding in my reach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do that with my shield because I have a feeling.
Sure. Thought...
Oh, and this is flanking because of where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gorgeous.
Oh, well, it
Oh,
didn't,
hey.
not like you needed it. Natural 20.
Bye.
So raise the shield up. You see them going past you. You sling it over at them, and sort of like you hear the clang of their skull bashing into their helm as you hit them with the shield. They're barely holding on, but unfortunately they still will.
I thought they may have been vulnerable to bludgeoning damage, but hey, it does good damage still.
They're
They're
not resistant to it, though.
yeah, so it's still
Yeah.
a weakness, quote unquote. It's just better than the
Yeah.
other options you have. But as they get around here, they wanted to, it seems, cut you off, Giraffe, as they try to slice you down. They're going to go for a strike of their longsword, which will hit. And since you've
My
already...
AC should be 22 with my shield up.
Objection.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
It does say 22.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it has the in green. But Kiva reacts as well. So damage
Maintain
is
the enfeeble.
actually going to be... You take 2 damage there, Giraffe. So not all that much. They will raise their own
Nice.
shield there to hold that position. Parent, we go back to you. It's hard to see up here because you're at the top of the stairs, and because of how the slope of the roof acts, you won't be able to see down there completely.
I'm going to move with my quickened action.
Mhm. Oh yeah, the quickens would have gone away now, right?
This turn for him, yes.
For Parent. Everyone else's will still
Everyone else is
remain.
gone.
Oh, it's already been gone. Okay.
Yeah, because this is his turn again, so
Yeah.
nobody has him anymore. Well, he's gonna reach a claw out to the injured one in front of Gaz and zap it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna chain to the guy right next to him.
Yelling for allies to duck for a moment. They both will succeed due to their, unfortunately, like, strangely high reflex, but half damage is still half to each of them. But they take nothing because they're skeletons, and there's nothing to really do with the electricity.
That's right.
Darn.
Oh boy.
The electricity doesn't seem to conduct, doesn't go through just bones and armor that well. Doesn't burn. So,
This is
Oh.
a skeleton. This is bones.
So can multiple people recall knowledge on things? Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to recall knowledge again.
absolutely. And your DC is different from theirs as well.
Okay, 1 second. Let me pull my sheet up.
Meaning when you make repeated recall knowledges, the DC does increases by 2 each time.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
Is it like for the group or is it per character?
It's per character, so it's
Oh.
good to have multiple people that are knowledgeable. But here, parent, you just at the base can't really tell much about these guys.
Ah, there's skeletons. Look out! That's his turn.
All right, I'm gonna go to this guy in the back here as they try to sort of surround Giraffe. They're gonna go for another strike. Longsword out. 4 on the dice. They can't do much. They're gonna go for another frustrating strike to them. 2 on the dice. Not gonna do much. As you're holding your own for the time being, Giraffe. May not always be that way though. What do you do?
Okay, so. That is a good question. I think I want to do a double slice against the guy in front of me.
Okay. There's a lot of guys in front of you, but I think I see you targeting the one in the south there. Yeah, so shield bash first. And then a strike of your main gauche. Oh, you have those in your hand. Okay. Both hit. Roll the damage for each of them. Now, double slice. Does it combine for the purposes of resistances? Some
Yes, I believe it does.
abilities
Let me
do
double
that.
check.
Both just combine their damage and add them for only apply
Or
resistance or weakness only once. Okay.
Oh yeah, baby.
Unfortunately, one's piercing and one's bludgeoning, so it won't really do much to the piercing one.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
take
right.
full damage from the bludgeoning and then 2 damage from the main gauche. As you try to stab it in somewhere, they just look up at you and scream in your face in their skeletal, dusty breath. Anything else?
Raise the shield.
Gaz.
Right then. Gaz is gonna try to take out the fellow in front of him first.
Mm-hmm. Misses by 1 because they have their shield raised.
That is annoying. He will then tamper with the armor of the fellow on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. So weapon bounces off of
I
there.
wish to re-roll that.
Okay. Some of your tools sort of like start to get like caught in your arm there and like slice into you somehow. So you try to like pincer at them.
Context menu isn't appearing. There it is. Weird.
But trying to avoid that, you quickly sort of adjust yourself, and at the very least, oh, this is a pure success. So, exact success. Is armor tampered, correct?
Yep.
Alright. Pull some of the class, making their armor perhaps a little bit weaker for them. Anything else?
Final action is going to be another attack, I suppose. On the near dead one again.
Okay. Try one more time.
Got multiple attack penalty, but not that it matters.
Nothing that matters there as you just pound again into their shield that they have hoisted in front of themselves. We go to this guy here. They don't have the hands free to untamper their armor, so they're just going to go for attacks against Kiba. Because for a first strike, they can't roll higher than a 10 very often.
Bring it.
Not at all, as you're easily sort of twirling the blade in front of you, the glaive deflecting each of their blows in turn, almost making an art out of it, a play out of it. Third attack misses as well. They just can't get through your defenses, Kiba. What do you do to respond?
I'm going to... I scoff at him and I try to finish off the near dead one.
Okay. Going to miss.
I'm re-rolling it.
I don't think anybody can do well with their rolls so far. That's super well at the very least. 15.
I'll take it.
Does hit. Roll the damage. So hopefully you can crash through what little resistance they still have left, and you do as they go down there.
I
Boom's
shift
clever.
my focus over toward the one in front of me then, and I will continue. I will follow up with attacks.
Mm-hmm. Another slice. And another hit, exactly because their armor has been messed with.
Nice. Thanks, Gaz.
You're welcome.
One of the pauldrons is sort of like slagging or shifting to the back there, giving you a good opportunity to strike straight into
Oh,
the
I like
collarbone.
that.
And yeah, with a lot of damage there, riding on that, they are put near death from a good strike there.
Oh, jeez.
Missed it.
Let's see. I'll attempt one of my weak and pitiful demoralizes against the middle one.
Okay.
It's either that or crit fish.
Usually better to try something else. Help your allies too.
12.
12. Oh, you're even untrained. Yeah, it's not going to be worth it at this level
Yeah.
to do untrained actions.
Yeah, I had to make a really, really hard choice last level between athletics and intimidate.
Yeah.
I'll fix it next time, so I'll have trained in both. But then, yeah, I'm
Yep.
not gonna be an intimidate bot though.
You've always got bon mot as well, but linguistic.
Against these guys, I don't expect much.
Someone could always recall knowledge to see if they do speak.
They do have low fort, so like stuff like grappling is effective.
This one here. As you shout out something to them, they don't really take it. We go to this guy in the back. They're going to step here and then strike at a giraffe, getting a well, actually, they wouldn't step there because they saw their ally go down. They have no reason to do that then. But they roll a natural 1 still in their first attack. Their second attack will be also a miss. Third action, just realizing they have something else. They're going to try to intimidate giraffe. Join us! They do speak common. Somehow, 4,000 years ago. Anyway,
I'm gonna say, what are the odds these ancient beings speak
That's
common?
against my will DC.
it's against your will DC. If I don't think it gets past it though, does it? No.
I don't know my will DC.
So if you see on your character sheet, you have your saves plus 7.
Yeah.
10 plus 7 is 17.
17.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
you don't care for what they say to you. You see them falling all around you. Yarm, we go to you.
I've talked to bones before, and they're much nicer than you.
You don't look particularly intimidated up there.
Shouldn't call
No,
me by that
no, I'm
just
not.
because he's skinny.
Just using both weapons, the shield and Mingosh, to defend themselves.
Alright, your arm twirls your arm twirls a second ghost charge in his hands before he makes a strike against the middle guy here.
Hmm.
Right smack dab in the middle, all 9 squares around.
Okay. Since, yeah, positive energy doesn't hurt your allies. This will be a hit. Roll the damage.
I'm thrilled that you have this.
2 more damage to the ones to the sides. The one in the center, enfeebled as the positive energy just brilliantly explodes upon them. They look like they could barely hold themselves together, both of these down here. Anything else, Yarm?
Yarm is going to get his familiar to volley him a hand crossbow and make a last ditch second multiple attack penalty attack against this fella.
Mm-hmm. 16 will hit. Roll your damage.
Let's see if it actually does damage though.
It unfortunately won't because there's no piercing past or doing any damage to bones and armor with a
Yeah.
crossbow there.
Alright, well that's it for his turn.
Okay. We go back to Parenth.
Parents was not very well equipped for this kind of encounter. So I am going to recall knowledge on the guy in the back.
Okay. Religion. This is exactly a success. So, what do you want to know?
Can I like ask how much resistance they have against something?
Yeah, you can ask about their resistances. So, to tell you, they're resistant to cold, electricity, fire, piercing, and slashing damage. I can't tell you how much, though.
Well, I'm gonna hope that there's a chance at getting through the resistance with electric arc, because that's all I have.
Okay.
These front 2 guys that are both near death.
Well, they both failed, so there's a good chance here that if you roll well, they're both going to take at least 5 of this, and they both are scattered by the electricity. The bones are thrown back, charred, and destroyed there. So, that being your turn, Giraffe, there's only
Perfection.
one more.
I can't stop spinning. I'm gonna
That's
double
a mood. I
slice
know that feeling.
onto this last skeleton.
Double spin, spin. Double spin.
Yeah, I actually don't know if there's an option to lock spinning.
There is.
Is
There's
there?
one. It's in token settings, or it should be.
Token settings.
You lock rotation.
Yeah, let me see if I can do that. But your attack will...
I'm gonna re-roll that shield bash.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Lock. There we go.
Thank you.
21.
Oh, that's
Does it? Last one. Looking to finish it up. Miss.
I'm not gonna fight the Mangosh going low.
Yeah. Either way, roll the damage on your shield bash. 8 damage there. As you bash into the side of them, this one relatively unharmed until now, though. Anything else?
Raise the shield.
Shield goes up. Gaz, we go to you.
Well, he's doing his usual thing of strutting over and bashing enemies into their backs. He's like gonna step here actually, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
The one attack of opportunities.
Yeah, you avoided it, correct? Like you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And he, as mentioned, actually, he's first going to try and tamper with their armor.
Mm-hmm. Reach over, tamper with them a little bit. Unfortunately, that is a failure.
Wow.
We've seen what you can do.
Strike.
Reeling back for a punch. This will be an exact crit because you are flanking. Roll a crit. You get back here more quick than they can respond. They try to turn around, but you just sock right into the jaw of it, cracks the head back, and they fall to the ground. Arms clattering to the
Amazing.
floor. That being said,
KO.
as almost there was a bell ringing from the punch to their head, and them falling to the ground, you guys feel the air cold and dark, silence once more. You
That was
guys
kind of cool.
That was refreshing, I would say.
Not bad.
also got 120 experience for those skeletal champions, guardians of the tomb.
Wow. That felt almost 50% harder than a centipede fight.
God damn it.
First things first, I'm gonna be using spell substitution here, which takes
Okay.
10 minutes to switch one of my spell slots.
10 minutes, okay.
Oh, well, then let's see. Which of you is the most hurt?
I'm gonna be busy fixing up my machine, so I'll make use of this break as well.
Yeah, I figure I can heal one person for free, basically, at this point.
As you guys settle down a bit here, going to heal and such. Kiba using a lay on hands now.
Yeah, probably on. Maybe I'll put it on Giraffe, actually, for reasons.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
What might those reasons be?
I'm not saying you're reckless, but
I was fine. They couldn't touch me.
As the healing light hits Giraffe, and Parent setting out some of his books to quickly sort of like reorganize his mind, you hear a voice coming from below, down the stairs to the east. Intruders! And you see a glowing orange, flickering light begin to play at the corners of the stairs there, as if somebody is stepping up.
it's possible mistakes were made.
Am I still gonna have time to actually switch stuff out?
You're not gonna have 10 minutes as some of these. They don't take 10 minutes to come up the stairs.
What if they're really slow walkers?
You You guys have a moment to reorganize yourselves here, or use like I would say 3 actions.
Yeah. I'm going to swap out some gear.
Mm-hmm.
If it hasn't been 10 minutes, does that mean that mutagens are still active?
Correct.
Wonderful.
In that case, I may perhaps get one ready. So, let's see. Were there any of these 4 types that were actually good against undead here?
What
4
are you
types?
talking about?
Acid, cold,
Yeah.
electricity, and fire.
They were resistant to all of them, I thought.
Not acid, I don't think.
Don't think they were resistant to fire either,
Wait.
but I'm wrong.
What options do energy mutagen has? Acid. Okay, cool. I'm gonna use that and apply acid.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try that too.
Applying
Gonna
some acid
try-
to your weapons.
I'm gonna try and be cheeky and maybe try and re-roll my overdrive since I have a small opportunity to do so.
I just want to remind you guys, before you choose your element for your energy mutagen, that we heard something about this guy having a flaming sword, and if you use that for acid, you're giving yourself weakness to fire.
I'm gonna use that on fire.
Yeah. As the brains
So-
of the group starts telling you guys, wait a minute, don't don't weaken yourself to their attacks.
With my 3 actions, I'm drinking the Stray Cart mutagen, and I'm pulling out the wand of magic missiles.
Okay. Add those
I feel
effects
like I
to
pressed the
yourselves.
wrong button because it says I used it, but I don't have the buff.
Yeah, don't use the use button on anything. Like, it just deletes the item. It's really dumb.
Oh,
Just drag
okay.
the effect mutagen in the chat there. You'll find it from Kiba's. Just drag that to yourself, and it'll give you options.
I see. So acid, is that what we decided would be good, or?
No.
No,
It will give you
cold.
weakness to fire if you took
Yeah.
acid.
And we've heard that this guy has something to do with like a fire sword, so I'm gonna assume that this guy is fire aligned.
There's an
Cold,
orange glow, and I don't think they need torches to see.
Also, Giraffe, cold also weakens you to fire. So if you take fire
Oh,
damage,
shoot.
you'll take an extra 5 from it.
Then what should I choose? Should I choose fire?
Fire.
Fire against fire, you know? If nothing else, it's like resistance, even if the extra fire damage doesn't
Yeah.
apply.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's resist
That
5,
make-
which is nothing to sneeze at.
Okay,
So-
I'm gonna need that back in my inventory later because I
Yeah.
stupidly pressed the use
Do-
button.
Do I get an opportunity to like re-roll my overdrive?
Reroll your overdrive? You mean?
Yeah, I can like simply like keep rolling it even when it's active.
What do you mean by that? Like
It's
reroll
down here like
ops?
special thing. I can basically like try to fish for a crit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
We did get 3 actions, so I guess we get 3 rolls.
You're trying to prepare yourself there. Get the gears a little bit more into a powerful set of actions. Maximize their potential, but only getting successes here. That is a critical success. As you see that flickering light start to ascend the stairs and you finally see that figure before you, the air begins to fill with embers around you as this flame-wielding ancient war chief starts to ascend. We'll start them right there. As you see before you, this figure.
Thanks for saving our ass, parents.
I'm gonna need your initiatives.
Cool.
Come to steal the blade like all the rest.
I wouldn't say steal.
More like requisition.
I want to see this man fall down the stairs.
So, as they roll pretty poorly on their initiative, we're gonna start with Gaz. What do you do?
Good question. I'm gonna delay my turn until after Kiba.
Okay.
Oh, I made a perception check instead of an actual initiative roll.
Yeah, here, I'll give you that. Then it would go to you next. Parent, what do you do?
Hi. So this sword, what does it look like?
It looks like a broken blade, like on the image I showed you there.
Okay. First, I'm gonna. Is there a range on recall knowledge?
Nope. As long as you
I'm
can see
gonna
them.
Recall knowledge. 1 second, please.
Mm-hmm.
Religion still, I assume.
Yeah.
If we like purposely choose a different lore or knowledge skill, you'll be adjusting the DC, right?
For monsters, no. Monsters still have a very specific one, but other things like stuff you wouldn't know exactly what is going on, like an arcane cube in front of you. If you didn't know it was arcane in the first place and you chose occultism, I would raise the DC a little bit. That's all that was.
Okay.
For monsters,
It's just that I feel that the difference between my occultism and religion is big enough to overcome any DC that you might be adjusting.
yeah. But Parenth, what 2 things do you want to know about them? This is a natural 20.
Oh. I want to know what its weakest saving throw is.
Its weakest save is its reflex. This one seems, with its bent leg, seems to be a little bit slower than the rest.
Does it have
This-
any special abilities?
Yes. This, as what you can tell from the glow in their eyes and mouth, this one having embers coming out of their eyes and mouth, this is a cairn wight. They are creatures that, well, defend cairns like this, and their most notable ability is that they will sing a dirge. And for this guy specifically, you think his dirge will bring on feelings of deep loneliness and despair. It will cause stupefaction to those that they affect with it on a will save.
Okay. I'm going to use Drain Bonded Item to get a casting of Grease back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm casting Grease at the top of the stairs in the 4 squares in front of him. My
Okay.
Christmas.
You can make him roll it immediately if you put him on it as well. But I think the being in front of it is basically the same thing for it.
Yeah, and that's going to be for him. That's all.
Okay.
Giraffe, let's guard the top of the stairs.
I agree. Giraffe's gonna stride forward and raise his shield.
Okay.
When you make an opportunity attack, it has to be an attack, right? You can't do like disarm or shove.
Correct.
Okay, good to know.
I think monks have an ability that allows that, but not generally. So, step up, raise your shield, put yourself in a defensive spot. Kiba.
Unfortunately, I have no shield to do this with. So it's entirely possible that I'm going to end up attracting the attacks myself, but we'll do what we got to do, right? I'll try an initial horrible untrained demoralize. Just no, I won't. No, I won't. This guy's intelligent. Wait, why not both? I have the turns for it. I have 2 actions. Bonmont followed by demoralize.
Go for it.
All right, diplomacy first. Here we go. Okay, I don't have a hero point. Wait. Do I want to use a hero point? Yeah, I do. I do have a hero point because it's 735 here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me if this hits, ooh, that'd help our dragon.
Yeah, go for another one.
Okay.
16.
Well,
At the very least, that upgrades it away from a critical failure.
I'm glad I did that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's I'm just gonna hold here and not.
Okay.
I can keep trying this.
Okay.
I can't keep trying and demoralizes. So I think that's it. Yeah, that's about all I can do.
Alright.
Okay.
Guys, we go to you.
Alrighty. He is going to step up behind the shield wall, like poke his head between the 2 of them, angrily shake his fist, and try to demoralize the fella as well.
Okay. Calling down at them as they approach.
Oh no. You're not man enough to step up to my friends.
What sort of men are you?
Well, actually,
Unperturbed.
we don't really have many men here. We have like lizards and Nolan the bird. Anyway,
The zoo has come to town.
Wow, that's just kind of rude.
I don't have much else I can do just yet, so I'm gonna. Yeah, that's my turn.
Yarp.
Right. Time to mash that recall knowledge button, as per usual.
Okay. Unfortunately, Yarm, you feel like Parenth got really lucky at identifying this guy, as he is wholly unique in his own right. The lonely warrior before you.
Oh, boy.
So, your religion checks, unless you get a natural 20 on my end, you will not succeed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a 5% chance, so I'm gonna go for 2 more.
Sure. 8. Nothing there. And 2 on the dice instead of the natural 20, unfortunately, will not recall much.
Well, what's the incorrect knowledge that I now know?
The incorrect... You don't have dubious knowledge, do you?
Oh, is it not part of regular recall knowledge to do that? That happens?
When you critically fail, you do get incorrect information, but since I already told you that unless you get a natural 20, you're gonna, like, get crit fails all the time, I'm not gonna,
yeah.
like, try and come up with
Okay.
false information. So,
Okay.
for
Gotcha.
the purposes of it, yeah. It's so impossible to find out any information, you can't even get anything wrong, because nobody believes you. Anyway. We go to his turn. Grease, you think your paltry magics can stop me? He's gonna try to step up. Reflex, your DC is 19, Parent, I believe. Fuck.
Cool.
You can't! He falls to the
Careful not
ground.
to fall off that ledge, Jermaine.
He will crawl as his second action here and come to a stand as his third. Just you wait.
Attack of opportunity?
It would trigger Giraffe if you
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to take
attack
it.
of opportunity. Let's go. I'm
Mhm.
gonna use my shield for this.
And he is standing in the grease again.
Yeah, you would have to make the roll again. There he succeeds.
Aw.
Blunt
Aw.
force trauma.
He tried, but
Oh.
even as he is standing there, he's very quick to slash over with the burning half blade there and deflect the attack. Parent, we go to you.
Well, unfortunately, I'm out of grease spells. I'm gonna have to do something different.
Greasy dragon.
You play,
I'm gonna cast Befuddle on him.
you play this like exactly like you would play early Kingmaker. Just put fucking grease at choke points everywhere and wait for enemies to run into it and fall over. But Fuddle, yes, let's roll will on him.
Oh, I drank.
Pretty high, but that's not a critical success for him. He's still going to be clumsy and stupefied 1 as you sow some confusion in their mind for a moment.
Excellent.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to raise his shield. That's
Okay.
my last action.
Giraffe.
I'm gonna try something funny. Aiming for a sword, I want to try and disarm.
Okay. Do you have the...
Yes, my mom belay has the disarm trait.
Okay. Go for
I've
the...
been waiting for an excuse to use this.
Go for the attack.
Here's my athletics check.
Against their reflex, they do have a pretty bad reflex,
Oh,
especially
wait,
with their
no,
clumsy.
I do this on the.
Yeah, you can just roll an athletics check.
But it adds the +1 rune, does it?
Yes, in fact. So
Okay.
just roll it, and we'll add +1.
Oh, okay.
There's no automation there yet. 17, total of
Okay,
26. That is a success, but on a success, you only loosen their grip of the weapon. So for the purpose of
So
disarm.
27 isn't a crit success.
27 is not, no. Even with it being their poor skill, they are a powerful creature in their own right. They'll just have more advanced, in general, stats
Darn.
there. Where's Disarm?
Well, I could try more on other turns.
Solutions
To
in
try
their
more on
grip.
his turn.
I think it lowers his attack roll, so.
Until the start of the creature's turn. So it's not a very good thing to try disarms unless you are built very, very specifically for it, like a swashbuckler. It's almost useless.
That makes sense.
Unless
I
your
mean,
allies
there-
are working
Yeah.
with you, like Kiba would try as well. With a -2, well, could critically succeed. Anything else?
Buffs, steel weapon.
Well, now I'm just gonna make a multi-attack penalty, strike with my shield, then raise my shield.
Okay. So pull at their weapon there with a mumbler. It sort of like are lurched forward a little bit, but otherwise you can't follow up with the shield bash. Anything else? Parry.
Wait, no, not parry. Raise the shield.
Right. Kiba, we go to you.
Okay. Well, we will. I'm gonna start with a Bonmo.
Mm-hmm.
Find it on my sheet. Okay, diplomacy roll. That's terrible. Follow up with an attack.
You critically fail. You stumble over your own words. It's quite atrocious to everyone around you.
This is horrible. Target can end the effect early with a retort. Can I
That's
counter my own?
so at the bottom there. This ends after 1 minute, or if you issue another bone mo and succeed. You have to succeed and
I
pull
have to
back.
succeed.
Fortunately, it may be difficult to do so, but either way, you bone mode yourself.
Hilarious.
Let's see.
What's next?
Is there anything stopping me from doing this twice in a turn?
No. In fact,
Doesn't seem like it.
Lol.
Fish with this.
Let's try it.
24
24.
will succeed thanks in part to that stupefaction. You are able to
God.
issue a retort and sort of back up your previous claims, also reducing it on yourself.
I'm not gonna risk the demoralize at this point. I'm just gonna attack him.
Mhm.
I don't know what it is that Kiba said. I don't want to repeat it in front of everybody.
That'll hit. Quickly try to cover up what you've just said and go for a strike there. Also having some flaming energy upon it. This strike's true, and much truer than the others. This guy has a little bit more flesh to his body, not a skeleton, before you.
Oh, fun.
Cutting works, fire works.
So, Gaz, your turn.
I wish to ask, this corner, can I, if I like were to move down here, would I be able to like strike around the corner and like tamper around it?
It would still, you would be able to tamper, but it would incur a -2 penalty because of the corner, because of the cover.
Fair enough. I shall. Excuse me. I shall, in that case, just strike.
This will be a hit. Roll the damage.
Yoink.
Another 12 there. You batter from behind Kiba there as Kiba put them off balance for a moment.
Sock him, sock him.
Actually, I am actually going to step down there, and I will do my last action, tamper with this guy's armor.
Okay. Try to reach over around the corner there. Going for the buckles once again. Holding that chainmail up, but will fail.
That's my turn.
Yarm.
Yarma's going to quick alchemy up another ghost charge. His last ghost charge ever, or until we sleep again.
Ripping one up.
And then he's gonna make a strike at the fella.
Positive energy swirls within the vial as you sling it off towards them. Roll the attack.
Oh boy, good grief. The inventory with quick alchemy is terrible.
Yeah, it's kind of... it's alchemist. Alchemists have fun with the inventory tab.
I have no idea where this new ghost charge is.
Just roll at any one of them, just so it's out the chat,
Gotcha.
and we can you can handle it after they strike.
Alright, this is a skunk bomb, but actually it's a ghost charge.
Aren't these ones on your? Oh, right. Okay, I see. And it won't let you throw if it doesn't have it. So what I'm gonna do for you is just give you one of these or something, and then that'll be good. There we go. You can ignore that strike. We'll go with your original strike of 19. 19, and unfortunately, is still a miss, though. So they're going to take 2
Oh,
slash
boy.
and positive.
It's okay. Yarm is gonna finish off by trying to... no, might as well recall knowledge again.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta work eventually. It's a 5% chance.
Gonna get an extra 20, but yeah. 9. Since you know when you're going to get a crit success, I'm just going to reveal them there. Yeah, not succeeding on that.
Right, that's it for his turn.
So, we will go to him. Get out of my way! He's going to try to shove, dropping his shield at this point, and shove Kiba. He doesn't really have a use for that shield at this point. And 29 on his on his athletics is a critical above your fortitude DC of 19. Kiba, you are thrown back 10 feet as they follow along with this shove. And because the shove action is not... Actually, let me have a look at the shove action real quick. Does it say you stride? Because it might trigger attacks opportunity. For the benefit of Giraffe here.
Yeah.
You
Let's stride,
can
yes.
stride after it. He did stride there.
Awesome. I'm gonna make an opportunity attack.
Okay.
With my shield, yeah.
Still will be a miss though as you
Yeah,
try to
it's
bash
past
into him.
7:30. We got a hero point.
Mm-hmm. If you want to
I'm gonna
use
let
it.
that one go.
Okay. So, as he gets up here, his last 2 actions, you hear all of a sudden this low, droning, unnerving chant that just makes you consider the eons of history and things he has laid past over 4,000 years. His lonely dirge will require everyone in the room to make a will save. As you yourselves feel the weight of it all.
Just for the sake of Kiba's aura, is it a fear effect?
It is a fear effect.
So
So
Want
you
to
can-
hero point that?
I'm hero pointing mine as well.
Okay.
I forgot to add the aura, but I think I'm fine.
So,
Uh-oh, Drake Heart Legends.
yep, starting to have an effect here. But, Gaz, you still do succeed. But, on a success, you're still stupefied. Those who failed, which is going to be Parith, Yarm, who's rerolling? Oh, Kiba. Kiba, that is a crit fail. You are
Cool.
stupefied, and you feel like... You feel weaker to the creature before you, as if somehow it affects some other ability. Everyone in the room is stupefied. Just Gaz and Giraffe will only be stupefied for 1 round as you guys start shaking it off immediately. The rest, it'll stick to. And that'll be his turn. I need to roll something here. There we go. We go to Parenth. Now feeling the weight of all of that on your mind, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to cast spells. What do you do?
1 second. So would using a wand be considered casting a spell?
If it has the cast a spell activity as part of the wand, which I think it does. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it would still be
matter
considered
if that
casting a spell.
Spell doesn't have any DC attack rolls.
No, stupefied. There's a flat chance it just fails.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I
activation
did not
of
know that.
the activation of magic missile, as with all sort of magic affecting items, is cast a spell. So it does affect.
Okay, so the DC is 6.
Flat D20. Let's see if you can. You pull out
Wow.
the magic wand and start to try to work with it there, but
Can I hero point this?
you can. Yeah, it's a D20.
I'm gonna hero point it.
Mhm. Oh, that'll be much better. Almost you slip into those yearning thoughts of yours to just fall away, but you are able to succeed on this. So what do you do?
It's a 3-action magic missile.
All right. Really good one so far. Double 4s. And a 3 as well. As you sling off these 3 missiles, they all hit pretty well into pretty bad spots for them, but he's still holding up pretty well. Giraffe, we get to you.
Epic. I'm gonna drop my shield. Draw my main gosh. And then I'm going to double slice.
Okay. A melee in one hand, and Gosh in the other. Should overwhelm them with your strikes. Let's see. First attack is a hit. Second is not.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Mm-hmm. Should come back around with it. You do succeed on the second strike as well. So both hit. Striking out all at once, overwhelming their defenses there. 12 and 18.
30 damage. Let's go.
30 damage.
No crit.
They're
I like
looking
that.
pretty
That's good.
rough at
I
this
love
point.
2-weapon fighting. This is just great.
That'll be your turn. Kiba.
This is just great.
Okay. So, as somebody with a reach weapon, I am, if I understand the rules correctly, able to do a flanking attack from reach.
Yeah.
So, due to the way squares work, I'm not moving, I'm demonstrating. This
That's
is
it.
counted as a 15-foot.
Reach is weird. Reach is a square around you. It's not a circle. It's weird, but it does succeed there. You can.
So I would benefit
reach.
from it here.
Yes.
Would I benefit from it here? Does this count as drawing a line through?
Giraffe
whatever?
would have to be there as a reach weapon
Dang.
on his end.
I will take the risk and stride here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will follow up with attacks.
All right, coming back around. He seems...
Oh, is he still one-moted?
Yep.
Yes, looks like he is. I will, instead of doing a double attack, I will see now if I'm capable of intimidating him. I really doubt it, but you never know. I might 20 it.
Let's see.
I might 20 it. I didn't.
He's immune to demoralize.
Oh, is he?
Yes.
I missed that.
When did you get that? Why would he be immune? Guess.
He's immune to your demoralize.
It's per character, not
Oh right,
for everyone.
excuse me. I'm stupid. Yeah.
No problem.
Ignore me.
So-
I'm stupid.
That being said, Kiba, you do fail at the attempt to intimidate them.
Yeah, but I don't hurt myself in the process. I strike and try to do something useful. Oh my gosh.
This will hit, not crit, even with the flanking.
Yeah.
This guy is hard to strike, but your damage there is exceptionally good. As you lash out, the positive energy, the blade ally just explodes over them, burning into the bones, causing them to be very close to destruction. Gaz, how do you follow up?
The kobold just continues to be annoying and tries to temper again.
Mm-hmm.
If you delay, you can have flanking.
Flanking. I don't need flanking. I'm going to hero point that.
Okay. Stumbling, barely able to hold themselves up.
There we go.
Makes it easy to mess with their armor there. Won't be a critical success, but close.
that, I going to strike now.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully take them out.
Now the armor is a little bit like more in their way. This strike though will not hit.
Would it have hit with flanking?
He's already got flat-footed from being tampered with.
Oh, right.
I'm going to
Shame.
use my final action to tamper with his weapon now.
Okay. Well, that's a natural
Well
20 on the weapon. So, weapon effect, what does this do? Let's do 2 attack rolls and damage rolls. Okay.
And it like stays for a while as well, if I remember correctly. Like he has
Yeah.
to take an action to remove it.
Well, it's already a broken bastard sword in their hands, so you sort of like spin the pommel so that the handlebars are almost coming off of it, like the, you know, the guards. So, yeah, he's gonna have a hard time with that jangling around on it. Yarm, your turn.
Wait, did you come here for such a ratchety old sword? Anyways, Jarm is gonna delay until after the fella's turn.
Okay, we go to his turn. You are tiresome. Hands off the weapon. He's just gonna go for a strike here. This is still a critical, even with the -2 on his weapon. Finally able to get hits out. He's gonna deal.
It's on gas. Nice. I mean, not nice, but
Excuse me.
Oh wait, no, that's a regular strike. I need to roll the crit button.
because gas is within my reach.
I shouldn't have rolled the crit button. That is 16 total damage on a natural 1 on that d12. Yeah, that'll reduce that by 5 down to 11 damage to Gaz.
Enfeeble.
And they also become enfeebled, yes. They will then... My gosh, what else can they do here? They're going to try to intimidate Gaz. Well, that'll work. 27 against your will DC of 16?
16.
Critical failure? You're frightened too. Now I've got you! It goes for a final strike, multiple attack penalty, will hit. Doesn't care with the sword, just go. Another natural 1 on the damage, 6
bullied.
damage there. Well, if he could roll well on the damage, he might have put you down, but unfortunately for him, he's having a lot of trouble with his armor and weapon betraying him. Parent, what do you do?
It's my turn.
Oh, yeah, you delayed. So, Yarm.
Right, so he's gonna be flat-footed basically forever now, unless he like spends what to rectify that?
It's 1 turn, unless it's an interact action. So for now, he's flat-footed.
Okay, gotcha.
He's not tilted because of the armor, but the weapon is like permanently like a -2 to it.
Unless he interacts with
Alright.
him,
Alright, so Yarm is gonna start off with a hand crossbow strike because he had that from before
Mhm.
in his hand. If that would like to roll.
There it is. 2 on the dice. Will miss.
Alright, Yarm is going to interact to reload it and then step up here to... Hello, it's me, your 4th Marshal.
Okay. Parent. The crossbow goes
Did-
by.
Did Jarm move?
Yeah, Jarm,
Yeah.
Jarm, you can move. Yeah, Parent. We gotta
I
get
was
you now.
just- I'm gonna try to cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
I like that.
You can cast it. As you gather your thoughts, you push back those strange feelings in your mind. You sling off 1 magic missile, a second, and a third. The second and third are pattering against him as he falls to the ground to his knees. No, not yet! He goes for a final spite strike against Gaz. Also, Gaz, I forgot something else. I do need you to make fortitude saves. 2 of them. Forgot his drain life.
Out of that.
Uh-oh, Super Tetanus is about here.
Oh no.
Yeah, these magic missiles. will
Oh,
still
no.
come in. You become drained
Huh.
2
Oh,
in total there, which would have put you down to
Okay.
0 anyway. He's gonna be a bastard about it. You're at dying 1 because the drain values would put you down to 0, because each of them is going to be 3 health because it's equal to your level Total of 6. You had 6 HP left. And where's my drained? I forget where it is. Oh, it's that green. I hate that it's green. Why is it green? Anyway, he goes for one more strike at Gaz while he's down with a final spite reaction. Gaz, well, probably will be crit here unless he rolls a natural 1. Yeah. You get crit. I need another fortitude save. You're at dying 3 as Parent puts those magic missiles into them. They try to, well, do something about you. That is also a failure at drained 3, but it's not a separate instance of damage. So, dying 3, drained 3, life being sapped from you. Giraffe, do you do anything? As the enemy goes down, Gaz is looking pretty bad.
Yeah, I am. I can stabilize him with medicine, right?
You can. Just don't critically fail.
Don't
Okay,
say
let me-
such things.
I have healer's tools.
You do.
I'm gonna step over, take those out,
Is-
and use them to treat.
Is Giraffe supposed to be the one who's doing this?
I'm closer. You don't want to die, do you? Anyways, medicine. I am actually proficient in this.
Mm-hmm. You are.
But can you critically fail?
Okay.
Yes, I can if you want.
No. That's
Okay.
not what I'm asking.
You are able to stabilize him as you step up and make sure that those wounds are not going to cause too much trouble. So I'm going to remove everything else except for the drained, which stays. That is the end of that encounter.
That was an absolute roller coaster of emotions.
We might
Yeah.
want to take a 10 minutes outside of the cairn.
Gaz, are you okay? You look a little drained.
I feel quite drained.
Isn't Gas still unconscious, or was that like
I
a
put him
natural
up to
heal?
1 HP, it's just fine.
Yeah.
But as they slung that final spite towards Gaz, the weapon, the broken sword, lies now on the floor, slightly smoldering. You can see it if you click into his sheet.
You know, for a flaming weapon, there was a distinct lack of fire damage occurring.
Yeah, I was confused.
Oh yeah, he should have been actually. Oh, they gave me an incorrect character sheet and I didn't realize. Fuck it.
Hold on, we gotta go back and deal some fire damage.
Yeah, but he just didn't get any strikes in. It would still be part of the same instance of damage, wouldn't have changed anything.
I mean, if it was a total of 6 more fire damage over that whole fight, Gas would be at dying 4 right now.
No. Because he was put down to 0 from the first 2 strikes. Would be dying
Right.
1.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Right, and
that
then the
final spite
surge.
did critical
Yeah.
damage, so. Yeah, he was at dying 3 no matter what. But either
What
way.
does the flaming property do?
Makes it on fire.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes it
We'll
really
have to get
toxic
this
all
fixed up.
Yeah, and this, since it is basically a bladed weapons at its hilt, it could be transformed into any type of, I'll say, up to 2-handed bladed weapon.
Can we break it up into tons of tiny fire daggers?
Unfortunately not, because there's only one rune that provides
Ah.
those +1s in flaming.
So, glaives are bladed.
That they are.
Well, fire is sort of your aesthetic, it seems, with that crest of yours.
I do appreciate a good flame.
You guys who were stupefied there, and as it lingers, you feel like it's going to linger for like an hour here. It's that loneliness
Gaz and
at the
I
back of
being
your
the
minds.
exceptions. Should we back off a bit and recuperate?
Considering I feel like I have like 1.5 feet in the grave, I would suggest yes.
That would be a
Well-
wise plan indeed.
Given that graves are typically dug 6 feet deep, it's hard for you to only have 1 foot in, isn't it?
That's why I have 1.5 in.
Parent,
He's wearing 4.5 feet stilts.
you did take a peek, almost slipping down your grease there, but you did take a peek down here, and it looks like that is it, actually, for this crypt here.
Oh.
We can probably stay here, guys. That song was really weird.
I mean, as long as the guides don't get up again and start rattling our bones, I'm fine with staying here a while.
Eva, do you think you could learn that song? That might be really useful.
I'm not sure that's a song that I wish to perform personally.
As you're coming down here, you see that the walls of this chamber, Parent, are adorned with a plethora of weapons, shields, armor, and tattered banners and standards. Interspersed among the displayed arms are scenes of battle, pillage, and conquest. These carvings are caked in flaking pigments, and many have been defaced, apparently by repeated weapon strikes. Many scratch marks into the mosaics in the walls.
Can I do a searching check as I come down here?
Yep, perception.
Same thing.
I have that up.
I would be careful. This is still like a tomb, so I feel like there might still be traps around.
Why do you think I stopped on the stairs this time?
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
It was worth saying for someone at least.
Gas is going to check for traps at the very least.
Perception as well.
Crap, that was visible. Let me...
That's fine. For now. Oh, there we go. Either way, you guys check pretty thoroughly. There's not anything that is trapped here. It's all good. But there are murals and history here. Other things to look at if you want.
With a detect magic, would that show anything like weapons that are maybe magical here?
None of it is. All very old weapons, none of them of use.
I'm just gonna step in and take a look at the murals.
Society check.
Yeah. This is right up Kiba's alley. He's extremely interested in this as well.
I'm untrained. Am I still allowed to do the society check?
Probably not for this stuff because this is like ancient history. You would have absolutely no idea.
Alrighty.
You can make your own guesses, but
I'm not gonna roll in that case.
I am rolling, because yeah, you know.
keep a
Go ahead.
as you do look at the walls there. Those points that have been defaced seem to be victorious sort of like battle scenes. There's always two figures in those victory scenes, but one figure is always defaced by what looks to be many strikes of a bladed weapon against the stone. You see shards of metal around the room, rusted scrap, perhaps, as well.
Interesting. So this was some sort of, probably some sort of a war leader of sorts.
Or a sore loser.
One of the two. Or both.
Other than that, though, not much to tell about this room. Seems their funeral pit, funeral section. Nothing else here?
Is it
If I were a
possible
proper
to-
barder historian, I could have theoretically written a song about this, but this will have to do.
What's stopping you? Sing with all you like down here.
I think there's nothing else down here. It's just a feeling.
Parent, you check north and south as well. These, guardian crypts don't seem to have much either. No treasures left behind.
Always worth checking.
Well, it's a good cultural site if for anyone interested in that.
You're thinking we can get
absolutely.
tourism?
Well, maybe we can have somebody who actually knows what they're talking about come look at it.
Personally, I'm kind of invested in this trap here. It's amazing, honestly, stonework for like something that was almost 1,000, like multiple thousand years old by now.
It would be great if we could get it completely permanently disabled.
I'll
Well,
look into it for you.
As you guys
they're doing enough of a job for you.
as you guys get back out into finally the daylight, where you can feel the warmth of the sky upon your, well, scales or fur or feathers, whatever it is, you feel like those experiences have maybe changed you a bit. You got 120 experience points for dealing with the Lonely Warrior, and that also completes the Tomb Treasure quest, so you get 30 experience points from that.
That's beautiful, because you know how much that puts us at exactly?
1,000.
Exactly at 1,000.
I
So,
typed that out wrong.
100? Oh no.
What happened to my experience?
Did I hit your head or something? But, yeah.
Ah.
Just as you guys come out of here, you think about, well, we work as a team pretty well. There's things we could improve. Now's the time to level up to level 4.
Quite an ecstatic experience. It felt like we fought 3 whole giant centipedes down there.
Can we start measuring experience in numbers of giant centipedes?
You're gonna drive Corvus crazy.
Oh, man. You know, I was considering, why was that fight moderate? I forgot that it being a large creature in that area should have taken clumsy and -1 to its attacks. But, yeah, forgot about that.
Oops.
Well, I mean,
Uh,
Tartuccio also shouldn't have had a fireball, but, you know, makes for good theater.
Certainly spiced things up.
Maybe he had some kind of a special scroll that he used without. I don't know.
Yeah, he had a scroll.
well, we still have a bit of time left. We're most likely gonna see that new level be used in that time, aren't we?
Yeah, there are other things you guys can definitely do before we get into the actual, like, kingdom, like, building stuff. In
We
fact,
haven't finished exploring Tuskwater.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let me pull you guys
Oh,
out.
I think my shield just became obsolete for everything except bludgeoning damage.
Neat.
Great, I don't get an archetype with this level.
Hey guys, I can affix your talismans in a minute instead of 10.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I assume we do take the long rest so we can actually level
Oh,
up.
yeah. You guys take your long rest. Easy
I
enough
will
here.
spend the long rest fixing my machines and treating my own wounds.
Sorry, not
Easy
the
enough.
long rest. That's a 5e thing. This is
Just a rest, yeah.
just sleeping.
So we're taking like a rest for the night thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so full health, everything reset.
I also lose one of my
One
drain, I
drain.
believe.
Hmm. Oh, and during this time, since we're doing a little bit of a sort of interlude almost here, I would like to talk about my maps, my Patreon. Up above me here on the stream, at some point it'll show up, but it's patreon.com/KoboldDM. I just released all the way up to level 5 for Kingmaker, so if you want to run the game yourself, and you want to do it in style, and with maps that actually work for things like, I don't know, going to the Fae or the Soot Scales here, they don't have maps Paizo, so the only place you're going to get maps specifically for every single encounter in Kingmaker is through me, so yeah. Go check it
I
out.
mean, it's not
He
like
has a
most people
monopoly
would
on it
expect.
right now.
I think most people wouldn't expect to like have to murder those Fae though.
Yeah, but I put it there because there's a potential encounter. That's sort of my rule for like making these maps. As long as there is an encounter number, like moderate or severe on something, I always make a map for it.
Oh, those Fae friends have an encounter number?
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's kind of meta knowledge now that you guys are like, oh, we're going to a map, this is a potential encounter somewhere. But then again, it's Pathfinder. Of course there's encounters everywhere.
We don't always know what kind of encounter.
Right.
Well, the witch wasn't an encounter.
Oh, that's, well, no, she could be, if you guys didn't do things right there.
I mean, I think we were doing the logical thing with that interaction.
Well, you know, in these APs, there's always this sort of thing where it's like, if the players decide to go up to the witch's windows and tap on them or something, she calls up something, and yeah, like, it always has something like that for chaotic parties. And
Oh yeah.
You gotta account for the murder hobos.
yeah, they do a lot of accounting for murder hobos in these APs. The funniest thing, actually, it's very early on in the Aldori Manor, like the first thing you're doing, it's like, if the players do not want to stay at the manor, really make the storm outside dangerous and scary to them. And make it, like, there's even one phrase that's like, if they insist on going outside, have a strong gust of wind blow them back inside.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
Oh, that's
I
brilliant,
mean-
honestly.
I mean, players are signing up for that when you're going for an adventure path.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the sort of...
So what's the difficulty encounter if players decide to try and murder Lady Jamandi Aldori at the first meeting?
Oh, she's level 14.
Oh boy.
She
Wasn't she
will...
level 12 before?
She might be level 12, level 14. I think she's level 14, but yeah, she will one-shot you, like, instant death, easily.
TPK.
But yeah, it's fun being on the other side of the table.
Yeah, I agree. I don't get to be a player often, and doesn't feel like I'm doing an amazing job, but I'm having fun.
No, you're doing perfectly fine. How's the leveling going along, guys?
I think I'm done, because I've been thinking about this for a month.
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
been waiting for level 4 for so long. You don't know what I've been feeling. I finally get more than one AC when I go use the parry action.
Oh yeah, allows you to not use
It's
the shield
less-
anymore.
Leveling
Twin
for
parry
me
is
and
great.
more fighting with connection issues.
Ah yeah. Well,
And now they're waiting for level 6 when I can do something with that.
it's a bit hard to connect to you on the other side of the globe. It's a wonder of technology that we even can have a decent, you know, conversation from the other side of the globe.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Technology is amazing. You can trade with your friends from all over the world. There's your global trade station.
I'm just playing with spells, but I'm good otherwise.
Take
Okay.
freaking skill training.
Trying
Yeah.
to figure out take.
I'm so sick of having untrained. It's like I'm gonna want to be like boosting some of my train skills when I level up. So
Also, put in chat when you are finished leveling up.
want to try refreshing. This might do havoc for my ability to do this, but it might also improve things. So
Plus 13 to hit. You love to see it. Also, we can move property runes, right? I don't think we've messed with that.
Yes, you can if you go back to Oleg's.
Okay, we should do that so we can move the flaming property rune out of my
yeah.
weapon. If
I can also use this opportunity
doesn't
to
know.
retrain, right?
If you have the time
Gaz don't
to
want it.
retrain. Like, it takes a week to do a feat.
Oops. Okay, never mind then.
Unless it's a feat that you never used.
I have made plenty of use of that. It just made it irrelevant with
Okay,
my
yeah.
new feat.
Then you'll have to wait.
feet creep.
Everybody, I have a roll that I need to make that I want to make in front of you all. Take a look at my intimidation roll.
A 3.
Oh, and don't look at the 3. Look at the +7.
Wow. Wow, keep us learning some insults.
Oh my gosh. I guess it's technically a +8 because I didn't rest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Intimidation feels too splashable to me, so I would try to make a character that doesn't use it. But it is really, really starting to feel the how much of a catch-all option it is.
It's... If you don't plan on investing it very far, it will fall behind as an option. So I would look at other options, not just in terms of like doing intimidation, but look at items. Look at like things you could draw into your hands to, do different things with that third action. I mean, Yarm, I'm surprised that you need like more things to do. Usually alchemists are very starved for actions.
I mean, I wouldn't be looking for more things to do if there were more things to poison. But during that last combat, I was using a whole round of just recall knowledges.
You mean like? Well, there's going to be a lot more to poison soon. It's just undead.
Yeah,
I mean.
for sure. I should have prepared more than just 2 ghost charges, but oh well.
Oh yeah. So I see 3 people: Neldu, Nyx, and Chris are complete.
Yeah, if they finishes up before me, just keep going because it's mostly just me working against the
Alchemist
interface
stuff,
rather
yeah.
than
Alright, so with Thay all set to ready to go, or rather Parent with his spells ready, what do you guys do from here? A good night's rest? The rest of the Tuskwater's still here? What do you do?
Is there anything we can do to help with that drain condition at all, or is that just gonna have to naturally go down?
Unfortunately, it just naturally goes down 1 a day. So gas is drain 2 today.
Well, we've got a couple more squares to explore of the Stagwater.
Would anyone like to become addicted to a drug that increases your weapon damage?
Oh boy, would I?
Put it in chat.
Alright, I mean, oh boy, I do have to search for it in the compendium.
What's it called?
It's called Zerk.
Zerk?
I can't say I'm surprised.
You might as well call it Xenozip.
It's Erio Ascend.
So, you take it, you add this melee, 2 extra damage during the first round. Is that untyped damage?
Just says 2 extra damage.
I think it's an item bonus to damage, but item bonuses to damage are really rare. Like, really, really rare, actually. So, and really nice perception. It just would drain you. I don't know why it says drained 1 hour, because you're going to be drained the whole day anyway.
Let's see.
Maybe it specifically only lasts for an hour.
I mean, its maximum
which would be
duration is 1
weird.
hour.
Okay, so stage 2 comes after an hour. Like, you get drained after that. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
and stage 1 comes after a minute.
Drug
I mean,
me
that's
up,
only if you
Scotty.
That's only if you fail your roll as well. All right.
Hmm.
I can also, since it's a poison, I can make 3, so that means all of our marshals can be addicted.
Oh, wow, that's actually a good way to do the poisoner archetype, the type of... Yeah. Why is it an injury Wait, what? That's... What the hell? Do you, like, stab yourself with this, like...
You gotta inject it somehow, right?
You have
It's
to
so
inject
weird,
it.
yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll have to check on that
Stab
after,
the
but
marshals
I'll
to
allow it
check
for
out
now.
steroids.
Let me look on archives.
This makes this level a lot easier for me because I can just take Zerk and my poison up a level.
Huh, it is a injury poison from the Game Mastery Guide, huh. That's really weird. I guess because you could try to poison someone with Zerk and make them drained?
Make people addicted and then sell it.
I
Yeah.
think it might be
Wow.
like it might be supposed to be a like quote unquote role play kind of thing where you try to give it to your opponent to get them disqualified in a fighting ring or something.
Or like make somebody like a little bit more angry than they should be and they lash out or something. Yeah, yeah, I can see that too.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. This seems like okay. Kiva's
So-
struggling with the poison thing as it is. I don't think Kiba would go for this.
All right.
Your consent is not required. Shoots bolt.
Anyways, parent.
I'm good.
So
Shame.
I don't need to be encouraged to bite things.
once we get to a map, you can like drag the Zerk item onto somebody else and allow them to activate it whenever they want. But actually, interact injury. So you do have to inject it into someone. Okay. Huh. Wow.
Jeez.
That's weird.
So I can't find any rules on injections or anything. So is it only just hitting people?
But the activation is interact injury. Why is it interact injury? It's usually like strike that causes injury stuff. I'll have to look into this deeper, but I think just in general, you're injecting this into somebody with that interaction action.
Okay then. All right, makes sense.
With that being said, what do you guys do from here?
Well, we have a bunch of hexes to explore, even if it's gonna be risky for me.
Yeah.
Plenty of it. So where to?
It's risky for you.
Still drained.
Oh yeah.
How does the drained work?
Goes away on arrest. 1 per. So he was drain 3, went down to drain 2.
Okay, so we'll just
Let's
we'll
move
just have
slow.
to have you be really careful. Maybe play it extra safe in any combat encounters for the next couple of days.
Sure.
Okay. So, this hex here.
Yeah, we should finish. We should especially finish the Tuskwater area before we go up, at the very least. It would be nice if we could finish exploring the river as well on our way up, but it's. I mean, we could do it either way.
Sure. So, when you get here, who's reconnoitering the hex?
Parent will, but I might have the Drakeheart mutagen on still. I'm not sure.
Definitely not. It's been more than 10 minutes.
No, I think it might be on my character still.
Here, let me,
Oh.
I can pass time. It should go away now. There we go. I don't know what these are. What are these? Oh, that's the stupid weather stuff. I don't want weather.
But I do think the Stupefy might be on me still. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just ignore it. Just go for the roll.
Okay, so +1 to this.
Mhm.
I just got booted from the game.
Oh, okay.
Okay, give me a second.
Yeah.
If you just want to roll my passive perception. you can do
Alright,
that.
yeah, I'll just roll here. There's no passive perception. But yeah, I rolled you a natural 20, so.
Oh, well, thank you for that.
With that being said, you very, very keenly, have a look around. Very happy to be out in the open again, away from that cairn there. And you find nothing much in this region here, except for a good ford across this river here, of which I am blanking on the name of. I think it's the Gudrun River, yeah.
Gudrun's the top left. So are they both Gudrun?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I don't know what this one is. I'll have to get back to you on that. No, I think it's like the Silverstep River or something. It comes from Lake Silverstep over here. But yeah, the river's names are there, but I just completely forget them sometimes. Maybe I should, mark them or something. But that being said, nothing here. I assume you guys take the rest.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Who will be keeping watch tonight?
Excuse me. Went a bit too fast there.
Who will be keeping watch tonight?
Parent can do it with an alarm spell as well.
Sure.
Already.
Perception checks from both of you. Oops, that shouldn't be public. Parith, taking watch for the night. That alarm spell giving you a little bit more comfort as you watch the river go by below you. These little lights in the distance are just fireflies, really. Stars above are very clear. Clearer than you've seen in a long time, just because of how little civilization is around here to pollute this night sky. But for the purpose of it, yeah, it's a nice rest for you. Or a nice watch for you. Giraffe, go for yours.
Already.
Keep a lookout. Nothing troubles you. It's a nice night. That's about it. Nothing comes along. So, you guys waking up early in the morning. Where do you go from here?
I think there's one more hex in this area to take care of.
Mm-hmm. And heading over here, following the river down to where it spills out into Lake Tuskwater. It's sort of this one has a little bit of a waterfall to it, as this side of Tuskwater, a little bit more cliff-based. Who wants to roll the perception?
Draft can do this one. Switch.
Go for it, Giraffe.
Already. Click the wrong buttons.
No problem. As you're looking around, Giraffe, it's good that you are on watch or on lookout today, because nobody else's eyes, I don't think, are as keen as yours in the party. And because of that, there is a bit of a trail along a cliff here, filled with brambles, but otherwise a trail nonetheless, that leads down along the cliff into some sort of cave. Might be worth checking out up there.
Oh boy, a cave! That's something we should check out later, not now, given the condition of Gaz. But I do share this information with the party, that, hey, there might be something worth checking out here in a bit.
Is it considering Gaz's condition? Well, it's not like there's gonna be vampires in those caves, right?
Not like there's gonna be more dragons.
There might be a gold mine in that cave, right?
Gaz, you're looking pretty okay. You down to check?
I should be able to manage. I'm still feeling a little bit drained, but it's manageable.
All right.
Did everyone take Zerg yesterday so they can start being addicted to it?
I don't.
John getting the entire party addicted to drugs.
Honestly,
Going around.
Couldn't we just rest one more night here and then enter the cave?
Well, he's down to drain 1 now, and if you want to rest here and go into the cave in the morning, yeah. The only thing you'd be risking is random encounters during the night.
Also, I changed my mind about intimidation. I'm instead going to be taking trick magic item to potentially make use of scrolls down the line.
Okay.
We might as well just rest here And I can finally get rid of this stupefied on me. Is everybody else okay with resting before we actually commit to it?
Fine by me.
Yeah,
Mm,
I
I
am
have no
very much okay
problem
with
with
that.
it. I mean, we still need the day to like, get Zerk going.
Listen, I don't need any of this.
Drug me
Although
up.
the stupefy was only an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I
The
couldn't
stupefied's
remove
way.
it from my character because we were on the world map.
Here's your Zerk. Are you
Yeah,
taking anyways, once you take this, you'll need to take this every day, otherwise you'll get withdrawal symptoms.
Wait, what?
It's like performance enhancing drugs.
What?
The drug, you get withdrawal if you don't take it every day.
Maybe you should have
Technically-
said that before I took it yesterday.
Do you need perception checks for the watch?
for the night, yeah.
Okay, I'll do it again.
That'll help. Because apparently I'm an addict now. I have to have insomnia.
As you guys are sitting down, Parent, you give watch. The alarm spell is up. How big of a distance is the alarm spell around you?
Let me put the spell in chat really quick. 1 second. It's a 20-foot square, I think, but let me post it. Yeah, it's a 20-foot burst, actually. So yeah, it's just like on our camp, basically. A burst
Alright.
is just like a 20-foot circle. It's not radius, right?
Yeah, bursts originate from corners of like intersections of things here.
It's basically just on our camp then.
It's a little added protection for sure. But I'm gonna place you guys down as you hear something in the woods here. It trundles forward, and it doesn't mask its, well, approach, but it's coming towards you, whatever it is.
Well,
Just let me get you
something's
down.
approaching us. Parent is going to get everybody up. Very quickly.
For sure.
Rushing around to your allies, getting them up here as you arrive at somewhere that's not showing on the stream here. Let me reset this map.
I no longer have my drain, right? I wasn't too quick on the draw there.
Drain should still be up
Dang it, I was too quick.
because you didn't finish
let me
rest.
quickly re-enter
Here we
it.
are. You see pretty quickly this creature coming around the corner, a massive loping creature of some sort. If I can find it here.
So since it's before daily preparations, then the leg sample, the linen leg, sorry, the new poison would be applied to everybody, right? At that time.
The new poison would not be here
Gotcha.
because this is way before any preparations in the morning. Loping around
But
the
this
corner.
is like, isn't this like after the preparations from the day before? Because my stuff
Yeah,
disappears at the next daily preparations.
Yeah, it can still be up. But you see
Alright.
this massive loping green creature of some sort just immediately roaring out of the bushes there, slavering maw, going out to attack each of you, and its little companion that looks much like it, but a little bit, well, strange in that it is a trollhound. I don't know why these
Whoa.
aren't showing on stream, but either way, why the stream doesn't see these? What the heck? Okay, hold on a second. That's really strange. That can't work like that. Why would it not even show them?
Must have rolled really high on the stealth if the stream can't see them.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't.
Did it take them less than 5 minutes after the warning to get to us?
Absolutely less than that. I'm gonna have to reset the.
It's honestly something cheeky I noticed about the big
Oh,
fella,
crap.
which I find really funny.
Gotta put up the Gaz defense as I fix this. Hold on.
I haven't seen the gas defense. I need to look at the stream really quick. Oh yes, of course.
Oh, oops. Yarm slipped some Zerg to Kiba by accident.
By complete accident.
Sorry about this, guys. Technical difficulties. Alright, launch game. Get me in there and load up the freaking stuff. Join game. Alright. But yeah, you guys would not have, if you use armor, would not have the time to put it on after this rest. You just see this creature loping towards you. There we go. Now we got it working.
Oh, so I'm not wearing my armor. Fun.
I'm gonna spend 5 minutes during combat to put it on.
As-
J/K.
As the creature arrives, you guys have to roll your initiatives here. All perception here.
So I'm not wearing armor?
Yeah,
Oh,
Giraffe,
no.
you're gonna have to it thinks that you're over encumbered because the armor's not worn right now. Here.
Yep.
I'm just gonna put their quantities down to 0 so that they're actually dropped, because the drop doesn't change the encumbrance for some reason, but you can put quantities down to 0 to change the encumbrance. So
Do I get the 2+2 circumstance bonus to initiative from the Zerg?
if you've been taking it,
I think I have.
well, it's maximum duration 1 hour. So he would have had to inject it into in the last hour.
I mean, yeah.
Which you wouldn't have time to, unfortunately, in this situation.
Because I've been sleeping.
That being said,
Okay.
we go to Parent. Parent, what do you do as these creatures just jump out of the bushes there, slavering to attack you?
That thing is scary looking.
Wait, I pressed the wrong button.
I'm gonna use recall knowledge on the big guy.
Okay, roll
What
me
will
a
this
nature or society.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go with this one.
You recognize this pretty quickly. It's a troll. Trolls are known for a few things, but what do you want to know specifically?
Special abilities.
They have regeneration.
Uh-oh.
Trolls cannot die unless they have been harmed by acid or fire. And that regeneration also just continues and regenerates their health very quickly, unless, again, they've been affected by acid or fire.
Good news, everyone.
Oh, I just got a new spell.
I got it also a new toy.
Quick, Yarm, apply an energy
Energy
mutagen to
mutagen.
me.
Okay.
Alright.
So I have 2 actions remaining. I am casting Scorching Ray as a second or 2-action spell.
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Just the 2 or 3 one, yeah.
Yeah. So multi-attack penalty doesn't occur until after the spell.
Mm-hmm. Gather up these balls of fire. You immediately know what to use against creatures like this. That'll be a hit. Roll the damage. $16 to it. Burns its flesh quite well, in fact. Looks like they also have a weakness to fire.
And the second bolt going to the second guy.
Mm-hmm.
Little guy, anyways. I don't know what that guy is, but
Looks like a miniature 4-legged troll.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay. Well, that'll certainly hit. 26 in total. Definitely hit. Roll the damage. Another one of those scorching rays firing towards them as well. They also seem to share those same attributes.
Use fire, guys. They don't like fire.
Yarm.
Give me some fire.
Yarm already has his hands full with a skunk bomb and a Drakeheart mutagen, so he's gonna beat the Drakeheart mutagen to Yaz real quick. I didn't hand him out at the start of the day, but it's assumed that the energy mutagens are on Tiba and Giraffe. So he's gonna take the energy mutagen off Giraffe and then feed it to him.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Thank you.
Your choice, acid or fire. And that's it for Yam's turn.
I'll go with fire, because I know it's vulnerable.
We get a giraffe.
Oh boy, and it takes like 5 minutes to put on armor, right?
Yeah, it does,
Okay.
yeah. That's
So
sort of the
that's not going
downside.
to be an option. So I want to go forward and with my Mombele and Mangosh in hand, and I want to parry.
Okay. Brashly stepping forward from your little defensive campsite there and holding your weapons aloft.
I'm not going to let him get to anyone else.
You get this little dog here. What's its speed? Pretty fast. It is going to break with its troll friend and go around the side here. As it comes around the top, it will leap down on the back of Gaz there.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Of course it does.
And as it
Hey,
does
you
so,
got scales on ya.
makes a strike of the jaws. Though very much going to miss that. I need to put it in public. But that is a 2 on the dice there. So, yeah. You see that obvious flanking maneuver coming and you defend yourself pretty quickly. And now the other one there. Oh, you boyki! You're not sure what he's saying. Unless anyone speaks this language, which I don't think anyone does. The language of giants.
No.
Jotun. I don't think
You're a
anyone
bit
has.
small for that, aren't
Oh
we?
wait, I picked up Titan Wrestler.
As it rushes forward, spitting out some words, it will go straight for a strike against Giraffe here. Bearing down with its jaws, 13 on the dice, does hit. You avoid a crit because of parry.
Hold on, that's not right. Parry should add 2. I'm gonna fix that on my sheet.
Mm-hmm. Either way,
Oh, I need to import a different macro. Okay.
Either way, you take 22 points of damage there as you get past your defenses. Glimpse of
Lower that
Redemption.
by 6. I'm gonna hit Enfeeble.
Mm-hmm. So give yourself, how much damage is that? 16, Giraffe. Let us see.
Yikes. 16?
Okay. Yes, 16 damage. It's going to go for a claw strike as its third action. Simple and effective perhaps for it, though misses with that strike. That'll be its turn. Ikiba.
To clarify, so we were given the mutagen thingies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in your inventory.
It's not in my
Ah.
inventory, but
It's in your inventory in spirit.
in spirit. But I believe I can just still drag the thing onto me. So, I'm still confused about action economy for like items and stuff. Do I have enough actions to drink the mutagen and use my glaive and troll?
So, you have to
Should.
have one hand off of the glaive to drink it, to interact with it. So, it's been placed in your hand by Yarm there. One action to drink, one action to regrip your glaive in both hands, and then one action to strike.
Perfect. There it is. I'm like, I'm trying to get the effect going. Okay, yeah. There we go. Got my fire going.
Mhm.
And for the strike. On the wrong page. I'm like, wait, where is it? I love that.
As it towers over Giraffe, it gives you a good shot at it. Roll the damage. Slashing in, again, with your weapon emblazoned with that fire. Doesn't take the positive damage, obviously, but takes more from the fire itself, burning its hide. Anything else?
That'll do it.
Kiba. Or, Gaz, rather.
Oh boy. I wanna try something weird and perhaps absurd. I'm going to start out by overdriving, actually.
Mhm. You do succeed getting those engines revving.
Excellent. Okay. I will strike at the Trollhound, I believe. That's what you called it.
Yeah, Trollhound. Will hit. Very close to a crit. As you pummel at it with your overdriven fists, mining equipment there, it's thrown back into the stone, but still snarls forth.
Shoot, I should have mentioned, sorry. This should have applied on Kiva Strike.
Okay.
Thanks.
Does succeed, unfortunately, on that, though. So,
That is an absurd save.
it's a troll.
Cry.
They're gonna have a lot of
It's a
fortitude.
troll.
That being said, guys, you struck that one, it's still pushing onwards.
I will strike again.
This time, though, you do miss just barely.
Dang. Well,
Dips
that's my turn.
underneath. Alright,
We
back
do
to
have
the
a hero
top.
point, so.
Yeah, you do have the extra one at the end.
I think I want to save my hero point for when I go down inevitably in this fight.
Parrot?
You're trained, you'll be fine.
I am going to drain bonded item to do another scorching ray.
Mm-hmm. Shooting at the other one over here, the Trollhound, through the tent here, is going to give it +2 to its AC cover.
That's fine. I don't really see a position I can move to that be somewhat safe to hit them both.
Mm-hmm.
And they say you can't have a blaster caster in Pathfinder.
Wait,
They're
people
wrong.
say that?
Yeah.
Then
First
why
one's
are there
on-
blasting spells?
First one's on the troll.
Sure.
Utility. Less damage than melee still, so.
I'm gonna re-roll that with my last hero point.
Mm-hmm. 18 on the troll does not hit. Goes
Okay.
wide.
Second one on the doggo.
The troll saw that one coming, ducked underneath, but the Trollhound, even as you try to shoot through the tent there, it does succeed. Roll the damage. Exactly, in
Oh,
fact.
come on, I just patched that tent.
Burns this Trollhound really badly. It's barely holding up at this point. Anything else, Parent?
I'm gonna get out of dodge.
Alright. Bushes were difficult terrain, so you'd be back 2 there.
Yeah.
Gaz, sorry, Yarm, your turn.
Alright, Yarm is gonna finally use that skunk bomb in hand to target the troll here.
Mm-hmm. Sling that off. And you do hit. Roll the damage.
Nice.
And it'll roll its fortitude save. Rolled a critical success easily there.
Ah,
But we'll
Oh.
take perhaps some poison damage there. Can take it actually.
nice. Alright.
Is that a
And damage is
critical
good
success
damage.
actually? Yeah, that's critical success. Okay. So yeah, it doesn't really get affected by it, but it still burns some of those open wounds there.
Alright. Yarm is going to go ahead and get his familiar to hand him a skunk bomb and not just 2 skunk bombs. And then he's going to go ahead and position a little bit just up to here.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for a
From there, Giraffe, we go to you.
Take a good guess as to what I want to do. Double slice.
That first one is a hit. Second one is a hit.
Oh, cool.
I'll roll its fortitude save, roll the 3 on the dice. Still exactly succeeds. Just too high fortitude on these trolls. They are a beast in front of you. But as you strike out with his weapons, burning
That's only the first.
against them. My gosh. Pierces it.
That's 2 fortitude rolls, by the way.
Okay. And another strike of the Mumbale. Again, having all that fire from your alchemist in the group is giving you a lot of effect against this creature. It does succeed on the second fortitude save.
And lastly, I'm gonna parry again.
Okay. Raising your weapons
It
up defensively.
saved me from a crit.
This hound is going to try to continue to attack. Guys, 2 on the dice won't do it. Goes for another. 17 will do it. As it does, it bites into you guys for a total of 15 points of damage.
I have
Ow.
a counter for this.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same counter, because I'm too far away, but I can help a little. I can help a little.
Okay. So this is going to be 6, correct?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
makes sense.
reduced the damage by 6, redirected to myself.
Okay, you take the 6 there, Gaz. Or, keep it. And Gaz, you take 9 damage there, I think. Yes. Also, Gaz, I need a fortitude save.
Uh-oh.
Here we go again.
Super rabies.
Well, you push back against it before it can really gnaw into you there, hopefully avoiding any diseases this disgusting creature carries. As a third action, it will use its knockdown trait to immediately knock you down.
Just face plants in front of it.
Meanwhile, go over to here to this troll. It is going to take a step back, but as it does so, it'll strike out at Giraffe. Seemingly, it has reach. Goes to bite and will hit Giraffe.
That's awful.
17
That's terrible
points of
news.
damage. And goes for a claw strike. 2 on the dice. Will miss. Okay, boy. But, well, can't understand what it's saying, but we go to Keepa.
Okay, step.
Mhm.
I closed my sheet. That's not good. There we go. I have a new ability. I'm just trying to make sure I understand how to work it.
Which ability?
That I have to roll my inspiring martial stance. How do I do that? Where does that-
On your
does this-
character sheet, on the Actions tab, there's an Inspiring Martial Stance button there. Big button at the top. Oh, that just toggles it. Okay.
Attempt a diplomacy check.
Yeah, go for the diplomacy. Here it is, actually. It's in your actions at the bottom of your Actions tab.
Oh, of course it is.
But yeah, your diplomacy is a success there.
Okay. Not a crit, though, from the sounds of it.
Not a crit.
Still good enough. You and your allies, a +1 status bonus on attack rolls. It's kind of late in the fight, but every little bit counts right now.
That's cool.
And I strike.
Let's see.
I closed my sheet. Let's try again.
This will hit. Let's see some damage. So you lash out with the glaive, empowered by that flame that's...
Correct.
Yeah, Yarm has given you. It's done for the troll. As you slash into it, its hide starts to separate. It burns from the inside there, and none of that regeneration can really work for it. You have one more action.
Hold on. No, I don't. That was 3 actions.
Right, you moved, correct.
I moved.
So, Gaz.
Well, he's gonna keep up the violence and lay into this dog.
You should stand up first.
That is a good idea. I will stand up before doing what he just said.
Probably. There we go. That will hit. Exactly. You punch out towards it, it takes 8 damage. It was already burned by the fire, so it can't regenerate. As they both fall, that'll be the end of that encounter.
Well, that went well, despite not wearing armor.
That could have been worse if we did have fire.
Oh.
We have an inventor. We literally always have fire.
You're an
Oh
alchemist as
wow,
well.
it's like having a +10 to strength to strikes for me.
Mm-hmm.
As a quick note, something weird happened when I activated my stance. For some reason, it shrank it to 5 feet instead of 10 feet. It's not supposed to do that.
Uh, try it again. Like, let's just see if it does that all the time.
Have to be in encounter mode to do it.
There you go.
Oh, what's there?
Okay, it worked this time.
Did you run the action? Like, the action at the bottom of your action is in a tab. This one here. Yeah. You're going to want to use that one because it gives you the diplomacy check. And it allows you to do the stance onto your stuff instead of the effect. The effect is only giving you +1. It's not giving you the stance. So that is correct, yeah. And it looks like it's going everywhere it should be.
There we go.
Nice. Thank you so much for helping me troubleshoot that.
So, guys, end that. That is 80 experience points. You guys were well equipped for that random encounter with those trolls, but yeah.
Well, why? They have a disgusting creature, but good thing that it's not intelligent enough to speak, apparently, so Kiba won't have to feel bad. Cough.
I wouldn't have felt bad anyway with it trying to interrupt our sleep like this and kill us.
And with that, you all rest, go back, and sleep. So let's move you guys back out to the world map. Having rested, you can restore your HP to 100% and all of that. And from here, you still have that cliff before you, with Gaz now undrained and more ready to go than before. I assume you proceed.
Let's go. Let's check out this cave. I'm curious.
Let's do the cave.
Sure.
Gladly.
I'm gonna move you guys over. As you guys follow this path that Giraffe had seen, it reaches its sort of most narrow point here along a cliff at the edge of the Tuskwater. Guys, and who am I missing? Apparently, guys, you are caring too much. Oh, and yeah, make sure to put your armors back on after that.
Yeah.
Right.
Not gonna be the
I
type.
can get up to 23 AC. That's amazing.
Not gonna be the type of the DM that's like, oh, you didn't tell me you put your armor on. Well, that sucks to be you.
Nikki.
Yeah. So, you're on these cliffs, and the path that Giraffe saw led around the side here to some sort of cave at the bottom. How do you proceed? These bushes and nettles along it.
Are there any tracks or anything?
Roll me a perception check. Anybody who is perceiving can do so. Or doing the search action as an exploration activity. Giraffe, as you're heading forward, you slow the group down a bit. As you see those nettles, those bushes seem a little bit dangerous. They could warrant a closer inspection by somebody who knows a little bit more about plants.
Wonder who that could be in our group.
Yeah, who would know about plants?
Poisonous ones in
Wonder.
particular, or dangerous ones.
Alright. I'll take a quick look. I'm assuming it's a nature check.
Yep. So, you're able to identify these as stinging nettles that sort of encompass the path ahead of you. You could find a way to safely navigate through it. That would take a survival check in its own right. Otherwise, though, it's going to be painful, almost like being stung by a jellyfish. It persists for a while if anybody walks into them.
Well, these have a bit of a mild venom to them. They might hurt a bit, but they're not lethal at least. They're
Uh,
not sentient as well, so we can walk around and they won't snap at us. But
how much do these nettles cover of the way?
They cover the way enough that you have to deal with them in some way. Yes, my map doesn't specifically have them like covering it, but yeah.
But hey, guess what I'm an expert in? Survival.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone can follow the expert, if that's even a good feature.
Well, you can carve a path ahead just fine for your group.
I think I'll do that.
Nice.
Play survival.
Can this be public?
Yeah. As you bury your mumbly hand and look at the easiest paths to cut through, you start slicing and chopping your way through these stinging nettles, avoiding them yourself. Very well, in fact. You carve away for your group.
Excellent. Let's go. Let's go.
Wow, very good job with that blade.
it's like quite like a machete.
As the winds sort of bluster along the cliffs here. You
It's
guys,
actually more of an axe.
you find what seems to be the entry to this cave. A hole in the side of the cliff here. You can walk your tokens through it. It is very dark in here for you, Giraffe. But for those with dark vision, they see a path leading, winding downwards.
Paramp, you don't happen to have a spell that makes light, do you?
Why would I need a spell to do that? I can see in the dark just fine.
You're cruel.
Hold on, let me get my hatchet ready, I suppose.
I know somebody who has a new light-based thing.
Yeah, but
Perhaps we can enchant one of our weapons to produce light. Perhaps even
actually,
do it in response to there being a rat nearby.
I have a 5-minute aura that is light-based.
Does it cost a resource?
Sure does. Focus point.
Parent sighs and lights a torch.
Alright, holding it in your mouth as you walk
Yes,
around.
let's just go with that.
Yeah.
Pretend his hand is filled.
So,
I assume the parent's two limbs are his mouth and his tail in battle.
yeah, pretty much. It's kind of how they did it in the Critical Role dragon fights, but anyway.
I have to equip the torch.
Yep, you have to equip the torch and then go to the encounter or the actions tab to light it with the little checkbox there. There we go.
I will be your light source.
Let there be light.
Thank you.
So you guys make your way down this winding tunnel. Seems to go quite a ways downwards and downwards.
Does this tunnel look natural?
It does. Decently natural. Nothing seems to leave claw marks or anything inside of it. This is an old way of water having come through here, perhaps in a time when the Tuskwater was much bigger. Many, many years ago. But as you guys arrive in here, you find
Awfully
yourself...
nice of the natural water streams to carve out stairs for us.
The little squiggly lines are just to denote, going down, but anyway.
Descending.
Yeah. You guys do find yourselves in a small subterranean lake. You hear the slap of the water against the rocks to the east here, as if it continues out towards the Tuskwater itself. And as you guys get in here, those of you searching, roll me your perception checks.
Pretty little place.
Little mountain spring.
It's very pretty.
If you can see so well in here, Paramp, why don't you call this your home?
You can't get rid of me that easily.
I
Not a
can try.
bad place for a dragon lair, actually. Some nice space for kobolds as well. Good work, good work.
Don't say this. Parent is aquatic.
Well then, I suppose that shall have to be the seat of our capital then.
As you guys are looking
Huh.
around, none of you notice as shapes begin to rise from the water here. Even casting your light over it didn't reveal them. Pretty stealthy themselves. These two massive, gnarled-looking turtles rise out of the water here and start snapping at you. I'm gonna roll initiative.
Whoa. No.
I don't want to live with snapping turtles.
Let's see those initiatives. This one is the bigger one. There we go, and this one is named something. There we go. Alright. With that being said, they burst from the water here, unseen by you, and, well, making some trouble for... Wait, what? That's where they were. Anyway, let's go to initiative with some
Why were
combat
there
music.
3?
There was a weird thing with setting it up, but anyway. We go to Gaz.
Overdrive. Yoink.
Alright. Slamming your gears into action here will be a success.
Next, I shall step around Perrin.
Right, they're hidden but not undetected. So we know to start a battle, but not to where they are.
No, they're here. They've just stranded out of the water.
Oh, okay.
I will punch this one.
They just got close because you guys weren't able to see them. That's why.
Punching
Ah,
turtles.
Trying to, as it just glances off the back of their shell. No hit.
Moved. Yeah, that's 3 actions.
Alright. Kiba, what do you do?
All right, step 1, turning on my stance, or at least attempting to.
Trying to inspire your allies to greater things, but will fail in that.
All right.
So flounders.
Let's see. Stances. After using action with a stance trait, you cannot use another one for 1 round.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I cannot try this twice in a round.
Yes.
I will target the one on the left that I have easy access to and go for the strike.
Slicing out.
I like how turtles come up. Time to kill.
Natural 20. They look ornery. You've perhaps invaded their space. And, yeah, you're defending yourselves. Kiba, you slash towards it. It is a little bit, Wait, why is it resisting that? Oh, it's unaffected by positive, of course.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Did you take your mutagen before this?
I didn't take a mutagen, so.
Oh, yeah, so that shouldn't be up there. So it shouldn't have taken
Subtract the 2.
2 damage.
Yeah.
Either way, with that being said, you slash into it as it comes up, you get underneath its belly there and give it a deep cut. It's looking rough already, even from that. Anything else?
Did I have some effect on me on my weapon that I just clicked off of?
Yeah, the right poison.
Poison.
Right.
Poison,
I was
okay.
trying to right click on the mutagen, but it disappeared as I was doing that. So
Yeah,
I ended up
everything-
right clicking something else instead.
It might have been the poison. It was the poison on you, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I rolled the poison. It succeeded. Again,
Succeeded,
turtles
yeah.
probably gonna be very fortuitous.
Yeah. Giving it a follow up strike.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Hey,
good.
that also hits. Slashing again into it as it tries to pull back into its shell. We go to its turn after you've taken those 3 actions. It, with the access it has, will bite at Yarm instead. Just biting at whoever is in front of it, but rolls a natural 1. My rolls have been terrible tonight.
Good.
And this will miss by exactly 1. Okay.
Oh.
As it tries to snap at Yarm 2 times, its third action, as it floats there, will be to take its shell defense. Will tuck into itself, giving itself more AC. That'll be that one's turn. The smaller one of this pair. Parent.
I'm gonna try to recall knowledge on the big one.
Okay.
Nature, I assume.
Yep. So, what you know is that these are snapping turtles. They can be very ornery creatures. Well, not carnivorous. Are they gonna? I don't know. But they don't usually go after humanoids. But these ones are defending their own territory, perhaps. What do you want to know about them?
The other one just withdrew into its shell, so that's the weakest save.
Weakest save on these guys is reflex.
Alright, well, Parents is going to
Okay.
have some turtle soup. It's going to do electric arc between the two of them.
Alright. Slinging some lightning into the water there. One fails, one succeeds. The one that failed is the one that tucked in. Takes 11 damage. Barely holding on there. The other one takes half.
Not his wife.
Yeah, I just marked him as the wife because they're just a duplicate.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Alright, that's all we can do.
So, I
No,
forgot.
we can't name them, otherwise I'll feel bad.
This one's Marjorie, and this one's Dawson.
This one, fuck, like these rolls. Natural one there, misses by one again. Man, it really wants to screw me over tonight.
Listen, we get crit every other time, repeatedly. It's time for us to get a victory.
Misses by two there. As these turtles are trying and failing to sort of get up on the shore, snap at you guys. Giraffe, holding him at bay, what do you do?
I'm gonna double slice with my Montblanc and Mangosh.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Zerk says that it produces a bonus for the first round of combat, but like,
I'm gonna re-roll
Why you-
roll that.
why do you get jabbed in the middle of combat?
I have to really check in on that because that is a very confusing thing.
Yeah.
I'll let you know after this, Yarn, but for now, let's just leave it go because I was a little bit surprised by
Okay, yeah.
its weirdness. But
Yeah.
that's a hit and a crit. First slash, 10, and second, 22.
You guys ever wonder
Plus
if
poisons.
we're doing the wrong thing right now?
No.
Killing turtles in their home, yeah. It'll roll
And I'm
twice.
debating if I should parry or
Yeah, twice.
even with the
It did
multi-attack
fail.
penalty go for a grapple because I think that'd be funny.
Ooh.
Takes 1 poison damage, as it is
Good.
affected
I'm
by
going
the
for a grapple.
leaden
You're
leg.
gonna grapple the snapping turtle?
Yeah,
Grapple at
nothing
minus
can go
10.
wrong.
Okay.
Map minus 10 on the jaws.
This is not a draw strike, this is an athletics check always. And then we'll just minus 10 from the athletics.
It's a flat D20 roll. I
Yeah,
have a plus 10 to athletics.
8. Well, as you try to grapple it, it snaps back at you, like you try to bite at a snapping turtle. What's the crit failure for grapples?
Oh no!
Yeah, you don't do these things
I
really
should have
really.
tried to grapple first.
Your target can either grab you, as if it succeeded at using grapple against you. Yeah, it's gonna grapple back at you with its own jaws.
No!
Sort of like
Oh,
dips to
boy.
the side, gets into the tufts of your fur on like your shoulder there, and holds you firm.
Well, snapping turtles are
It's
strong
the
enough to
worst
bite your
case
fingers off.
scenario.
Yarm.
Alright, Yarm's gonna skunk bomb Dawson there.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it always start off undrawn just because I make new ones?
Yeah, I would like. It's yeah, it's something to deal with.
Life of an alchemist.
One that's been extremely useful for the party. I mean,
Extremely.
fire damage. The poison doesn't apply as much as you'd
Oh
like,
wait,
but
wait. On my
Hmm?
crit, I wanted to apply the bleed from the owlbear claw.
how much is it?
It should be 1d4 plus 1.
Persistent. Yeah.
Persistent bleed, yeah.
Yep. Alright.
Thank you.
Yarm?
Hello, Ghost Charge. I would like a strike button, please. Sorry, go skunk bomb. I would like a strike button. There we go.
Yeah, it's even lagging on my end a little bit. But, yeah, as you sling that skunk bomb towards this one, it does fail. It sort of splashes into the water. It'll take 2 splash poison. The big one, correct, was your target?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't do much to that one.
Oh well. It's fine. He's just going to go ahead and valet into his hands another Leaden Leg, and he's going to apply it to Giraffe's Mambale,
Alright.
and then he's going to valet a second skunk bomb into his hands after that, and that's it for his turn.
Alright.
One
So-
strike, one application, and one valet.
As your little dragon familiar is quick at work, slithering over you, giving you these items. Gaz, we go to you.
Alrighty. He is simply going to continue striking out at the turtle.
Mm-hmm. This one in front, very bloodied, but hiding in its shell, making it very difficult to strike.
I'm gonna reroll
Mhm.
that because I think I have a hero point.
Yep, use them or lose them near to the end of the session.
Wow!
Still, yeah, exact same roll. It's gonna miss.
I'm going to spend my last 2 actions to try and kill it with Kobold Breath.
Okay. What kind of kobold?
Let me check up again because I don't remember off the top of my head what I have. I have
Here.
it is a line and it's acid.
Okay.
Breath
Gotcha,
attack?
breathe.
I have a breath
Oh,
attack.
that's the banana bread breath attack. It's an acid reflux attack.
What does it roll for acid?
This is acid and it's a line.
Is it reflex or
Reflex.
fortitude?
It's a reflex. It's a
Okay.
reflex.
And DC is your class DC, if I remember.
That's
It-
19.
Did succeed, but roll the damage. It'll still take half.
Damage.
7 total. It takes some. It's very close.
Oh,
You know, puke some acid up on it, but it doesn't die yet.
Gaz, are
Well,
you
I-
feeling okay right now?
No.
Kiva,
don't planning on making soup out of that, parents.
You fail to enter the stance and can't take this action again for a minute.
you like try to inspire your allies, but their attention is elsewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm gonna save my hero point for my attack that I miss. Focus firing the one that's down. So yeah, there you go. I have it targeted. Good.
And
23.
will exactly hit, even when it's in its shell. This weaker one here, you slice into it and finally put it down. Starts to sort of sink into the water.
And follow-up strike to the one that's that I'm attacking around Giraffe.
Mm-hmm.
Help!
Still like grabbing onto Giraffe.
It hurts.
Miss there.
Roll.
What was that? Oh, you rerolled?
Yep.
Yeah, still.
It's nothing.
Barrett, go back to you.
I think we're struggling with these turtles more than the trolls. I'm gonna do a 3-action magic missile.
Okay. 2.
Oh, thank
2.
you.
And
Ah,
2.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Great magic
Like
missile. I'm
little tiny darts just go out, and they do strike it. They do hurt, but not as much as you were hoping. Now, with it having clutched onto Giraffe, it's gonna keep biting. It's gonna go again. It does hit you because you're flat-footed here. You are dealt 17 points damage, reduced by 6 to 11. There.
Enfeeble.
And Kiba chooses to enfeeble it as it doesn't take its option of redemption, this ornery old turtle. It will then clench its jaws. You automatically take 2d8 damage for a total of 15 more, Giraffe.
Is that a grapple effect that it could?
It damaged them with a jaw strike on the previous action. That's what gives it.
Okay, so it's not part of the grappling. Would have been funny if Giraffe gave it a way to use its feature.
Doesn't actually have a specific grappling thing. Either way, it's going to use its third action to attempt to hold on to this grapple. But it's at map 5 and it rolled a natural 1. So, Giraffe, you can grapple it back.
Yes. Yes.
Because it crit failed.
Yes, I'm gonna grapple it back.
Okay, so as it's sort of like slipping and letting go, you sort of snarl and bite back into it, holding it back up. Sort of like some of your teeth underneath its shell there.
Fun fact, hyenas have a weirdly strong jaw strength.
Well, let's see.
Absurdly strong. Anyways, I'm gonna start with a jaw strike.
Mm-hmm. It did resist the persistent going forward. But as you clench into it with your jaws right back at it, Uno reverse card, Uno reverse, you do hit. Biting down.
You're supposed to cook it first.
He can't really talk right now. And then I'm gonna go for a double slice.
Alright. It's sort of almost like it like jumped up out of the water and snapped into you. It was like hanging from you, and then you're now having it hang from your jaws and slicing at it as it's trying. Like, you're not even getting its belly with these strikes though, as they miss.
They both miss?
Both of
They
them?
both do.
Darn.
Wow.
And since you did not grapple back, it is let go finally.
I did. Oh, I have to maintain that with an action. Shoot.
Yeah. Either way,
Yeah.
it falls back into the water there, but it's still within where it is. Yarn.
Oh, shame. Yeah, I'm just gonna
I
vomit.
need to keep that in mind for the future.
Yeah. That's a hit.
Oh.
Exactly.
And it's time for it to be stinky.
Sling the bomb over,
Just
slams
like
into
you
its shell. The poisonous cloud gets into its its wounds. Put out the ability of the bomb.
Alright. Right. It only seems to only show the thing on some of the bombs, but not all of them.
Yeah, it's inconsistent. Mostly because the skunk bomb is a newer thing, but this is a
Yeah.
crit success on its part. Just too much fortitude.
Wonderful. Well, Yarm is going to get familiar to volley him a hand crossbow, and he's going to take a multiple attack penalty shot at it.
Mm-hmm. That'll miss. Unfortunately, clatters off the turtle
Might
shell.
as well reroll it.
Hmm.
To him.
Very much
Yeah,
a
it's
miss. So,
Yeah, well, that's it for his turn.
going back to the top, Gaz. See if you can help. Oh, something I forgot. I need its fortitude save because it got poisoned on Giraffe's turn, so it would have taken the save
Yeah.
on his turn. See if it,
Right.
well, yeah, it's
Well,
not
well.
poison damage.
Rip.
Gaz, see if you can finish it off.
He is going to awkwardly push past everyone, and I'll try to beat up this turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Surely he's gonna hit once in this fight.
-1 from its AC.
Oh boy. I will. Right, I can't. I actually had to roll for the odd cooldown on Kobold Breath. Let me quickly do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, you could use it this turn.
Yeah, I will in fact do that because AC is
Right.
not my greatest enemy at this point.
Oh wait, it's a 2-action ability though.
Right, I moved.
Ah,
You moved, you attacked. Yeah.
I shall. I will try to demoralize it in that case. May as well.
All right, shouting at the turtle.
Turtle, you are to become soup.
It does fail though. It
Oh.
doesn't
Embrace your
understand.
destiny.
Oh, wonderful.
Kiba, see if you can do it.
Please
Yep.
just end this.
I got nothing else other than kill with glaive.
Trying to slice past
Kill
giraffe, but
with glaive.
whenever you're behind an ally, it's +1 to their AC because of lesser cover. But wouldn't have changed anything here. Those are definite misses. Might as well try one more, I guess.
Can I crit? Can I crit?
No. 6 on the dice. Going to miss as you're trying to get past giraffe here. We go to Parenth. It's getting him around.
I'm using drain magic item to get magic missile back.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then
What's the
damage.
chance of rolling all ones again?
5 more. Well, now it's all 4s. Well, yeah, it literally is all 4s. Okay.
Holy smokes.
It died from 10 damage. As the last one hit it, it's already sinking into the water there.
Oh my god.
Max damage versus literally minimum damage on Mash Missile. That being said, end of that encounter.
Oh, Crackjaw is your last name. Dawson Crackjaw.
Yep, that's old Crackjaw. Terror of the Tuskwater.
I feel like there was a quest attached to this.
Might have been, but
Maybe.
now the turtles are dead.
Speaking of which, shouldn't we did you collect the mushrooms that we needed?
Nope, we haven't found them in the first place.
Those are further south, so we were kind of waiting to
right.
get down there.
Further south, but now you guys feel like you could tackle whatever is south.
It's 9:30. I've got a dash.
Yeah.
This was really fun, guys.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna end
For
up
real, yeah.
pretty soon here.
Good session.
Parenth, as you got over there, I'm just gonna reveal the loot before I forget, and the experience points. You guys got 60 experience points for that.
Nice.
And a silver sickle on a corpse, a very skeletonized corpse that floats deep in this pool here. Old sort of brown robe on them. Can anybody tell me the reference a silver sickle is in video gaming? Very old game. It's a very important quest item.
Does it have to deal with Skyrim or RuneScape?
RuneScape.
Of course.
I don't know.
No.
Yex might know.
No, I do not. I didn't get out of Tutorial Island.
Ah,
It's the very, very important druid quest. They ask you to make a silver sickle. And it's a ghost druid, but I don't have a ghost druid here. So, anyway. Yeah, with that being said, that's going to be ending our session tonight.
Well, I already had a thirst for human flesh, so you don't have to feel so bad now, Kiba.
Yeah.
Yay!
Chris, do you want to shout out your Twitch stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everybody. I am Chris Kobold, and I am a variety streamer who does usually indie games and retro games Thursdays and Fridays. Come check it out sometime.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's what I meant. Tuesdays and Thursdays.
I don't have time to stream.
Yeah, so thank you guys for joining us for the stream. This will be going up on YouTube. We're not going to do a Kingdom turn after now. We'll do it probably before session next time. We'll probably put the stream up during it, but I won't put that part at the beginning of a YouTube video of it. I would put that at the end. That being said, if you guys like the maps, you know where to find them on my Patreon. Hey, the ad is actually correct. It's above me there, and it went away. Damn it. But, yeah. See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Farewell.
Hey, see
bye.
ya.
Let's finish up with the charter stuff here, guys. So we were looking at the governments, correct?
Yeah. Well, we were looking at the Heartlands first, technically, but like I think we
I
mostly
think we
decided on
already
that.
decided on that, yeah.
Yeah.
On the Lake or River Heartlands. So now, well, this is probably pretty important to the stream. What kind of government are you guys going to set up?
I think we mostly settled on oligarchy, like, already way ahead of time.
Pretty sure.
All right. Anybody else have anything to say about that?
The amount of jokes I can make with feudalism.
Yeah, it's a
Take-
oligarchy just seems like the most
An
well suited
oligarchy,
for
yeah.
parties in general.
And what?
It's literally just an inventory party, but like in government form.
Hmm. What sort of free ability boost would you guys want to add to that?
I would think maybe culture.
Culture seems to be like the third most
Yeah.
of vested interest alongside the other two.
Okay. I'll add those other things later. Then all we have to do now is finalize the ability scores. We do have some 2 ability boosts that are like free on the end here. So where would you put these 2 boosts?
I'd slap one onto economy and
Stability.
maybe yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Stability, okay.
Go wide rather than tall.
Okay.
Honestly, thought that stability was going to be our dump. Like, there's no active advocate for it, but it seems like there's a lot of passive.
Feel
use
like
in
a
it,
very
having it.
multicultural kingdom. I think stability should be like a priority for us at this point in time.
Yeah.
Especially if we're going to be bringing like a lot of different peoples to our kingdom potentially.
Yeah.
Alright. So economy and stability. 12, 14, 14, 14.
Like I want to point out the one thing that's like keeping every peoples in our country together at this point is basically just our existence. There is no unified culture just yet.
Yeah. Hey, so since the Staglor's the fort is the heartland, is it like more of a governmental tile? And then maybe the mines of the suit skills could be like our capital, our luxury residence.
Yeah, the
Our Beverly
the
Hills.
summer residence.
Or they can just be the mines.
It's the undercity to the upper city of the Staglord Fort.
There you go.
The luxurious undercity, right?
And I'm going to record all the details of the kingdom after here and get that all set up for you guys. But the final thing we do need to do before we actually start the session itself here, I'll probably just cut this part out of the recording and we'll do the session as normal on the actual YouTube. But who wants to be what in terms of leadership? You guys can see on your...
General.
So, one thing about General, at the present moment, and for a few months into the future here, General will be doing absolutely nothing. Because you don't have an army, and you won't have an army for a long time.
I think Giraffe
Easy
would
one-man
probably make
army.
a much better warden than a general anyways.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can always switch
I
over to
second
General
that.
when
If I maybe
things
so
change around.
cheeky, I could make a play at a ruler if no one else wants to take it.
Oh yeah.
I have 2 that I think would. I think Kiba would fit with counselor or ruler fairly well.
Personally, I see Gaz as either ruler or treasurer.
Remember, it is also an oligarchy, so the ruler is like a president rather than a complete
Right.
like ruler.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can like overthrow Gas at any time.
So that's supposed.
Anytime. But yeah, I'm good with being warden. I
Alright.
like that for Giraffe.
For Kenneth, I see either magister or treasurer probably.
Yarm
Probably
as an eye on
Magister.
Viceroy.
So Yarm Viceroy.
I'm good with
That makes sense.
Who knew the one with the lay of the land would be good in the whole settling department?
And do note as well, you guys can fill out these roles with any NPC. Just anybody you think would be good for these and you want to throw into the role. Their ability scores or anything don't matter, except for certain companions having certain boosts to certain roles. So maybe want to get going with companions here in the future.
Just Ian as ruler.
I was about to say, since we have 2 people making a claim for ruler, obviously we should take the third option and put Amiri there.
Interesting.
I don't
No,
think
no.
I don't think we
Companions
want that.
Can't be a ruler. They
I
can be
really
other
like
stuff,
the
but they can't be
imagery.
ruler.
I really like the imagery of like the whole party sitting down and discussing this in the current situation. That being a disabled trap room surrounded by skeletons.
This happened like at a different time, but we're doing it now since it's a good
I know,
time.
I
But, yeah.
know. It's
This-
a
this-
funny thought.
This scene happens after we meet our death.
There you go.
And like we're killed by all these skeletons or whatever they are, and afterward we're like, okay, so let's talk about how we're gonna do our king.
Yeah.
I think Parenth would make a good magister.
Magister or treasurer, yeah. I think either one would be real good for you.
Magister is like the magic guy, so I assume Parent you're going for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna fix something on the OBS, but who's filling out everything else?
I want to try my hand at ruler, but I also don't want to be rude and have.
You could like,
Chris.
you guys could like do competing flat D20s.
I
That's
just
the
had
old
a
school way.
thought.
That would be.
So here's the thing. What do you all remember about Kiba's background?
I mostly know he was a servant in a noble family, I believe.
Yeah. So while that does mean that Kiba has some background that would help with that role, there's also potential challenges there if I'm having certain expectations. I could have biases.
I, you want to know where I think Kiba would be?
Yeah.
Emissary, or no,
I personally had Kiba pegged as counselor.
counselor. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Why don't we do Gaz as ruler for now and Kiba counselor?
Okay.
Good by me.
As is nominal ruler.
Counselor also serves as an advisor to the other leaders, particularly to the ruler.
Yeah,
Sort of like a second-hand man.
yeah. Like Gaz is definitely gonna keep his eyes on the economy and gonna rely on Kiba to be his like morality.
People person.
So
We could,
for the Yarm, what were you going to say?
we could probably stick Amiri on general because she doesn't want to do anything.
Well, we're not even sure if she wants to take a role. in the
Yeah.
kingdom at this point.
Yeah. For the time being, filling out the rest of those roles, we'll handle that a little bit later once you guys talk to some NPCs and set things up for real here. But right now, we just wanted to fill out this stuff. Now,
If we can take anyone, I think Oleg would be a brilliant treasurer. He's already a merchant.
you'll have to see if he wants to. But with that being said,
Force him.
I
My lemon drops.
the only other thing you guys need to choose, I think this is going to go without saying, but what kind of fame will your kingdom have? Fame and infamy points are basically hero points for the kingdom.
Oh boy.
Obviously, we are
This is a tough one.
we are
Yeah.
very evil people, so obviously we should take infamy.
I think it kind of goes without saying.
Yeah, say fame
Yep,
will do.
infamy it is. Or wait, what?
So yeah, I think we're all set on that. We'll maybe do some after the session today or something like that. I've started to think that I'm going to record these kingdom like turns, but slap them on the end of the YouTube thing instead of at the beginning, so people don't like sit there and wonder what's going on. But